You are live. Hello, hello. Welcome. It's Curiously Michelle. Hey, hey, crafty friends. Let me back this camera up just a little bit. Let's back it up. Back it up. There we go. Maybe we can see what's happening. Nope, this way. Welcome, welcome. I was hanging out with Ginger Pam. Ginger Pam said it was time to go day. Oh, so I'm still sitting here crafting, so I'm going to hang out with my crafty friends. Welcome, Anna Marit. Hello. Okay, I need to work on these birthday cards. I got my birthday card backed out. Let me see where I'm at on birthday card making. Okay, so I got creatures, colored and fussy cut. All right. So I'm going to start and see if I can get me a little assembly line going on here of what I need to get done. Do I have bases folded and cut? Okay, here's my base. How many do I got? 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 9. 9 doesn't seem like something I would do. I wouldn't stop at 9. 2, 4, 6, 8. I guess I did. I feel like I'm a round number kind of gal. Okay, so what about these? There's 9 of those. Here's the little insides. 2, 4, 6, 8, more than 9. Okay. Oh, is there more of these? Okay, so these are my covers. These are my inserts. Here's my fronts. Okay, so I need to heat emboss my fronts. So that's something we can work on. Hey, hey, Kim. Howdy, howdy. Welcome. Oh, I need to die cut some banners. Do I have one already? Okay, so this is the goal. Okay, so I got my insides, I got my covers. I need to heat emboss my backgrounds, and I need to cut some banners. Oh, I might need that. Okay, so I guess I cut these in here so I could cut banners out of these. Hey, hey, SandyPeppers. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming to hang out. Is anybody working on anything? Okay, so let's put this back at the top of the pile over here so I have a little room. Okay, so I don't want to die cut first. Okay, so we'll die cut in a minute. We could ink these and put them in the middle, and we can heat emboss those. Okay, let me glue those. Let's do this. Let's heat emboss these. What y'all doing? What we gonna talk about? Y'all want to play trivia? We can play trivia. Unless y'all bring up a topic. I'm open to talk about almost anything, and I don't get butthurt about it, but I understand other people get butthurt about it, and I don't want anybody to be butthurt. Because what I do get butthurt about, let me tell you what I do get butthurt about. It's not really butthurt. It's like I get sensitive. I don't get sensitive about what we're talking about. I get sensitive about people getting mad at me. I don't want you mad at me. So we talk about almost anything as long as, and like you have your beliefs, I got my beliefs. We ain't got to agree. We ain't got to. And I'm not gonna be mad at you about your beliefs unless you're a PDF file. If you're a PDF file, I'm mad. If you a woman beater, I'm mad. But like other than that, there's probably a couple more things. I am looking for, what color do I usually use when where's my samples at? Let me see what I'll be doing on my samples. Do I just do clear, or have I been using color? I don't remember. So let's just grab some. Okay, so I got orange, green, pink, and yellow. Orange, green, yellow's under there. And I don't want to use that pink. I'm not feeling that pink. That pink just doesn't seem appropriate to me. So maybe we'll just put yellow on it. Okay. And do I want to use the other green? I kind of want to use the other green. You know, we can try it. And on the first one, if I don't like it, then I'll just change it. Michelle, you can change it. So I get sensitive about people get mad at me. But I don't get sensitive about having different beliefs about things. Hello, hello. An overthinker and ruminating on the conversations. Yep. I do that. I'm like, what did I say? What did I do? Because I don't get upset and I don't like people being upset. My phone is bad with the typos. Auto be getting you. Auto. Detailed surgery. Ew. Do you got to have surgery, Anna Maria? Is that on your brain? Because you got to have it on your arm or something? I like medical shows, y'all. Like The Pit. I like The Pit. I like Grey's Anatomy. I liked ER way back in the day. I liked, I'm trying to think, lots of them. I like medical shows. I liked House for a little while, and then House made me mad. And now, right now, I can't watch no House. House makes me mad. But I remember for a little while I watched him. Okay, so I got this. I gotta have this. Meow. Oh, goodness. Good morning. Did House make you mad too? Okay. Good morning. Is that how you feel about it? Huh? Yeah, so Nova is upset about something. Okay, so we got a stamp. Oh, I like to put a little napkin underneath to give it just a little cushy. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do it. Let's do green. Let's start with green. Because we can. I've been waiting to start the pit. Don't let me get that. Yeah, I like the pit. But so what I don't like about it, y'all remember? Do y'all remember back in the day? Back in the 1900s? You had to wait and watch your show once a week. And then they came out with all these streaming services. And the cool thing about the streaming services was that you get the whole season at once. Like, I like that. That's why I wanted streaming services, because I want to watch the whole season in one day. And now the streaming services is going back to one a week. It's making me so mad. I don't want one a week. So that's what aggravates me about the pit, is this one a week. So any new shows that, come out on streaming that I think I'm going to really, really, really like the pit, I try really hard to not watch it until the whole season's out. So I'm late watching it. So when it comes out week by week and like the next day, everybody's talking about it. No, I'm like 10 weeks later. I got to wait till they all come out. Gory medical. I wouldn't call it gory, but maybe. Because I guess I kind of feel, I don't know. Like there is blood and medical things happening for sure. For sure. There's medical things happening. There's broken bones and insides of people and stuff. But I guess I wouldn't call that gory. What would I call gory? I guess I would call like murdering-y kind of stuff that is very bloody gory. Or wars, like some of the war shows get pretty gory. I don't know the official definition of gory at the moment. I just know what my brain interprets as it. And my brain gets things wrong sometimes. It remembers wrong things. Like when I was so there's ruminating and perseveration. Help me out, Lynn. Perseveration. Personification? No. And marinating and ruminating and resume. See, English and words, y'all. And preservation. Preservation. It's not preservation. I mean, it might be pronounced preservation, but not preservation like the land that you're saving and preserving. Preservation. Whatever the word is. Reminiscing. That's one of them. Yep, reminiscing is one of them. Man can't interpret at the moment. I'll look it up. Give me just a second. Let me put this down right here. And let me put this thing on it and I'll look it up. Preservation. Personification. Come here, Mr. Google. Look up my history. The uncontrolled repetition of a particular response, thought, activity, such as repeating questions, focusing on a single topic, and performing repetitive actions. Here, I'm going to put it in the chat in a second. Preservation. Perseverance. See, you can translate me, man. Yes, that word. So there's that, and then there's the ruminating. Ruminating, ruminating, and the limerence. So rumination is repetitive, passive, involuntary thinking, where the brain gets stuck in replaying negative thoughts, social scenarios, and worries, causing them to loop on a topic. See, if I feel like rumination and perseveration sounds pretty much the daggum same thing. But though it did say rumination was specifically negative, so maybe perseveration isn't specifically. And then limerence is intense, involuntary state of romantic or emotional obsession with another person, functioning as a special interest. Yeah. I was using limerence the other day very wrong, and I meant rumination. But then when I was looking up rumination, I also came across preservation. So I think rumination and preservation is very similar. And so is reminiscing. But then the Google said reminiscing is positive remembering, and rumination is negative. Okay. I do all of them. All of them. Whatever they are. I go through seasons. I ping pong back and forth. And there's in the pit, there's definitely medical stuff that, if you got a sensitive tummy, then yeah, it's going to trigger you. But there's also some funny stuff. I thought some stuff was funny. And then there's some heavy stuff, like there's some heavy stuff. Guess maybe I shouldn't bring the heavy stuff. What else have I been watching? So I watched The Pit because it had its season finale last week or the week before. So I caught up on that. I don't think I have a show at the moment. I think I'm caught up on all the shows and I'm like, what do I binge? What do I binge? Oh, and that's how I ended up with a movie. Was it yesterday I watched the movie about the rooftop guy? I think that might have been yesterday or the day before. I was watching the rooftop story. What y'all are watching? If you're not crafting, are y'all crafting? Ain't nobody told me there was crafting. I might have missed it. I got a different Bieber song stuck in my head today. So if y'all remember the last time I was streaming, I had one stuck in my head, and now I got a different one, and I don't even understand because I don't listen to Bieber like that, y'all. I do not like. I don't have a Bieber CD. I don't have a Bieber downloaded to my Spotify or my Amazon Music or nothing. I don't. It just comes up wild in the world or something, and then gets stuck in my brain. It gets stuck. Lynn's always crafting along and working on the April prompts. Oh, is today the last day of April? Are you working on music? Did you do them in order or did you skip around? I worked on like 4, 5. I worked on like 5. Go me, go me, go me. I've been trying to talk myself into doing some more Rolodex card art shorts for like 3 weeks now. I have a couple ideas. I just gotta get over here. And Epoch of Mayu. Epoch of Mayu. I don't know what an Epoch of Mayu is. It's a small world after all. Oh, I watched a Swedish show. What was it? I think it was Swedish. Sweden. Yeah, it was in Sweden. What was it? I watched it. I had to watch the subtitles. I don't remember the name of it. Dang nabbit. I can picture the main characters in my brain right now. Can't remember. It got brought up on my algorithm, I think, because I got stuck on Heated Rivalry, y'all. I got stuck on Heated Rivalry. I watched the show more than once. I read the book more than once. All my doom scrolling is Connor and Hudson. So then my algorithm starts, my algorithm thinks I'm a gay man and keeps, recommending all this gay man stuff. So the show, it took place in a boarding school in Sweden with the king. Well, he was the prince. Wait. So there's the queen and then her 2 sons. So the oldest son was the crown prince, and then the youngest son was sent off to boarding school because he wasn't behaving right. And then something happened with the crown prince, who's supposed to be next in line. And so then the younger son ended up being the crown prince. But he was also discovering at boarding school that he was gay, and you can't be the king and be gay. You can't be the prince, you can't be the crown prince and be gay. But then, so drama, drama. Oh, what's the name of the show? So I watched that recently. A lot of British murder shows. Outlander. I watched some Outlander. I don't know what Zoolander is, unless you meant, okay, you were fixing the typo. I watched some Outlander, but then it didn't keep me for long. I liked Poldark. I think I've watched Poldark like 2 or 3 times. I liked Poldark. I watched Outlander for a while, and then I got over it. I don't know. Something about changing the timelines or something was just too unbelievable or something. I don't know. I did watch the Red, White, and Royal Blue movie. I did watch that one. Epoch of Mayu is a 2026 Chinese urban romance drama. Well, I might need to look it up. I liked Mr. Sunshine. It's a Korean drama. I think it's Korean. Korean drama, Mr. Sunshine. I liked it. I've probably watched it 3 or 4 times now. My glasses are giving me blisters, y'all. I need to get back to the glasses place for more adjustments, but cars and people and places and oh no. Hey, Alabama's Internet's out. Good morning, Marie. Welcome, welcome. Poldark. I'm saving the last season of Outlander until I finish the Audible. I adore British period anything. I like their accents. Y'all, I'm probably gonna get in trouble. I liked season 1 of Bridgerton, and I've watched the other 2 seasons, but they just have not been. The first season was better than season 2 and 3, to me, in my opinion. And I'm not even humble about it. I had high hopes for season 2 and 3 after season 1, and now I'm just like, yeah. I mean, it's entertaining enough, but it's not like addictive. Like, I only watched it once and I moved on. Some shows I get addicted to and I watch over and over and over and over and over. What was I looking up? Oh, I was going to try to look up that show. Where was I watching it? I was watching it. I don't even remember where I was watching it. Young Royals. That's what it's called, I think. Here, let's Google Young Royals and see if that's the... Yes. Young Royals is a drama series, 3 seasons on the Netflixes. Swedish. Yep, it is Swedish. Teen drama series. Prince William of Sweden. So I watched that. Oh, I think that was the last one I watched, and then I've been out of shows to watch recently. So I ended up on a movie last night. I liked Bridgerton, but it did wear on me. Season 1 was the best, and the current season was good. Cinderella type story. The Buccaneers. Haven't watched Bridgerton? Well, season 1 is better than the other seasons. I mean, they're entertaining. They're not terrible. Like, I didn't cut them off mid-season or anything, but they were a little bit of a letdown to me. I want to see, but it's not available in Disney. Perfect Crown is a popular Korean romantic 5-drama series and the constitutional monarchy. Okay. I might want to see that one too. I watched The Crown. I don't know. I got in a few seasons of The Crown, and then it stopped being like the first couple seasons I was into, and then as it went on, I got less. Like, I ended up quitting it mid-season. Like, I like The Diplomat. I hope they do another season of The Diplomat and do it well. I love The Crown. I really, really liked it for a while, but I mean, maybe I just need to take a break from it or something. I don't know what happened, but somewhere I just didn't care about what's happening no more. I am around Kennedy. I started the last one I watched was about the Kennedys are visiting the Queen and the wife. She was talking to Jackie in the back room with the puppy, and then some rumors got spread about she said mean things about the Queen, and the Queen was like, I thought we were friends. Why is she being mean to me? The Gilded Age. Oh, I don't think I've seen The Gilded Age. I did watch Downton Abbey. I did watch Call the Midwives. I couldn't get into The Tudors. I tried. I couldn't. I did like The Diplomat. I did like Yellowstone. I don't know The White Princess and the White Queen. I don't know those. Hi, Carrie. Welcome. I was about to tell y'all something, and then The House of Guinness. I recently watched The House of Guinness. I didn't hate it. I watched it. It kept me interested enough to want to know what's happening. What's happening? I don't have Paramount anymore. So is it Marshall's? So the spinoff for one of the sons from Yellowstone. I don't have Paramount anymore, so I can't watch it to see if it's any good. Okay. Let's get my tweezers so I don't burn my fingers. There's my tweezers. Okay. And this so I don't melt my mat. And my this so I can catch my powder. Carrie's watching the Marshalls. It's okay. It's not Yellowstone great, but okay. Hey, Carrie. Paper Monkey. Welcome, welcome. You can share your channel, Carrie, anytime you're here. And anybody besides Carrie. If y'all want to share your channels, you just put in !share and Nightbot will grab it. Welcome, welcome. I'm working on my birthday card stash. So I'm kind of assembly lining it. This is kind of my this year's birthday card vibes. It's your birthday. Go ahead and eat the carbs. Do it. Eat them. Eat the cake. Eat the cupcakes. Eat the ice cream. Anna Marit's trying to learn us up on some kind of password, something another, technology stuff. Did I do it right? Yeah, you don't have to do at the Paper Monkey. You have to do that for Pam at the Ginger Cat Lady. For what does she have? She has Stream Elements. So I have Nightbot, so it's just iShare. Yep, there you go. There you go. It did it. It did it. It did it. It did it. Good job. Where's my spoon? I got a little spoon. Get my balloons up here. Didn't get enough powder up here. Get them all powdered up. Okay. Set this one over here. Laptop Windows 11. Man, when I got a new laptop and I got stuck on Windows 11, I was so frustrated. I'm like, Windows 11 is annoying to me and my technology challenge self. Maybe them young cats can figure it out. And I hate the daggum cloud. I don't want all my information in the cloud. I do not want it up there. And them robots be holding me hostage. I'm like, I bought this laptop with this 1,000 terabyte whatever memory because it's supposed to be a lot of memory because I want to save my stuff on my laptop, but they just keep putting it in the cloud, and then they're like, you can't get it off the cloud till you pay $1.99 a month. I never told you to put it in the cloud. I don't want it in the cloud. I don't want to pay the cloud, and they're holding my stuff hostage until I pay the cloud. Makes me mad. I don't appreciate it. I do not appreciate it. Being held hostage by the robots. And it don't matter how many times I tell it not to save it in the cloud, and I disable the cloud, I turn off the cloud. The AI turns it right back on. They in cahoots. The Gemini or whoever it is, they in cahoots to hold my information hostage. Are you using Edge or Chrome? I always got to go put Chrome on it because Edge annoys me. Edge don't. Google, I can type in what I want to type in, and then Google will give me some results. Edge or Bing, I hate Bing too. They don't work the same. They do not work the same. And then Edge though, so the Microsoft, it automatically comes with Edge, and you have to fight. You have to go 3 rounds with Edge to get changed to Google. You'll be like, change my default browser. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes. Do you want to change? How about, yes, change my default. Download it, undownload it, and then it'll block the download. And then you got to go undo the pop. The robots, y'all, they're going to take over. We haven't trained the algorithms yet. Yeah, I can't deal with Edge. Edge gets on my nerves. But I have to go round and round with Edge for Edge to give it up and let Google Chrome be my default. And Google owns me, y'all. Google owns me. He's got all my bank accounts. He's got all my passwords. If Google doesn't sign me in, I can't get signed in. I'm going to regret it one day. I regret it now, but I can't beat them. The robots are smarter than I am. They got my information on hostage in the cloud. Hey, Keeks. Okay, I got to do some heat embossing, y'all. Got to do some heat embossing. Welcome. I think my noise canceling will kick in, so it'll only be annoying for a second. Told my soul to Google, right? Yep. And sometimes I'm trying to change my default browser. I'm trying to tell it stop saving stuff to the cloud, and it'll be like, you need admin permission, administrator permission. I'm like, well, I'm the administrator. This is my laptop. It's mine. It's me. So, like, who is the admin? You need admin permission. That's me. I give permission to me to do what I want to on my computer. No, the robot done took over. The robot done set himself up to be the admin or something. So I got to call the Microsoft people. I got to prove I am who I am. And I'm like, y'all know who I am. And I'm like, I am the administrator. Why does it tell me I need admin permission to do admin things on my own computer? And I got to go round and round and round with the Microsoft people because what's your Microsoft email? What's your Microsoft password? I'm like, I don't know. I got to ask Google. Google's got all my passwords. Good morning. Hey, Tina. I'm like, do not save the cloud. I'm not paying the cloud. Do not disassemble. I go in there and I disassemble or disable or whatever the cloud. Next thing I know, it's right back on. I do not give you permission to be here and make yourself administrator. Don't pay too much money for these computers, these robots. They taking over. Hey, Dana. Send you a link. You want to come hang out with me? Hold on. Dana, you want to come hang out with me? Is that what you're asking? Oh, Zippy's messaging me. What you messaging me, Zippy? The bucket. Oh, shows. Okay, I want to look it up. I want to look that up. Thank you. See, oh, and the White Princess. I'm getting Zippy trained. Good job. If y'all want me to remember stuff, y'all got to put it in a message somewhere instead of just chat. Good job. Okay, I'm getting it. Where am I at? I got to go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. No, I don't go to YouTube. I go to StreamYard. And then I go to plus somebody, right? Yep, plus somebody, copy. And then to Facebook and find the Danas. Find the Danas. Here we go. Control B. There we go. We did it. We figured it out. And StreamYard always acting like he don't know who I am. I pay StreamYard a lot of money. StreamYard should know everything about me. Be like, welcome back. Okay, Tina's got to go drive. All right, be careful, Tina. Thanks for stopping in. Houseboy said I slept hard last night because you was tired. You was tired. I sent it, Dana. Let me close some of these tabs. I don't need to know my hourly weather right now. I need to know it Tuesday because Tuesday is my girl socializing day. And I already struggle to drive. I'm definitely not driving in the thunderstorms and stuff. So we had to watch the hourly weather to see if it was going to be raining when I was supposed to be driving. Got to try changing the password. Which password did Marie lose? What is she trying to get into? Y'all having a whole conversation I done missed. I do that, y'all. It's okay. Dana has entered the studio. Welcome, Dana. Let's add the stage. There she is.
Hello, hello.
Welcome. Hey, good morning.
Oh,
she got locked out of Discord. Marie, too. Lynn got locked out of Discord. Discord is not easy peasy.
I've never been on Discord, I don't think.
Well, people was signing up so they could, join mine or Ginger Voice's Discord, and they get in there the first time, and then they can't get back in later.
Huh.
Why you hate us, Discord? It's technology challenge people. Oh, Carrie's got to go get her Walmart delivery. Thank you for popping in, Carrie. What kind of cards are you making? I'm making birthday cards. Where did I had samples? Where are my samples at? What you doing, Dana?
I am trying to be good, and I'm drinking a protein shake.
Good job. Protein's good for you.
It's actually good. This one is Fruity Pebbles flavored.
Fruity Pebbles protein shake. I drank a lot of chocolate muscle milk when I had all my teeth surgery going on and I couldn't eat.
Well, and I have this little mix or thing from Walmart.
The little bullety thing.
It blends, yeah. And that little sucker does really good at chopping the ice up.
Hey.
Just in case you wanted to know.
Yeah, I got one, I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't the bullet brand.
I have a Ninja too, but it's bigger and I don't want to pull it all out. And this one is pretty good.
Yeah, I had the big blender or whatever, and I'm like, that's too much. I need the little small buzzer one.
I got this little thing and I like it. One of them I had before didn't chop the ice up very good, but this one does. So
yay.
I'm happy with it. I think, what am I doing? I made these, I cut these tags, and last night I wasn't feeling it trying to do them. So maybe today will be better.
Yep. You get inspired by something.
I don't know.
Anna Moritz had the same email for 30 years. I've had the same email for 17 years. When I got married.
What are you doing, Letty?
Changed.
It's too close.
The extra special password. So I am on the Ginger Pam, Ginger Cat Ladies Harley birthday club. And so she said there's 8 birthdays for next month. So
you're doing cards for them and for your channel?
Yep.
You crazy woman.
Well, some months aren't bad, but some months are a little crazy. And I don't have to send to everybody. So if I really get down to the line,
right,
I send to my group first because it's my group and I'm selfish. And then
whatever you can do for the other one, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a lot.
It was. February was like 14 birthdays. I was like, wow, that's too many.
Holy smokes.
But then like last month was only like 4. Like 4 is more reasonable.
I gotta get my shit more organized. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Debbie.
Heck.
Welcome. Good morning.
These need to go in my ATC box. Why are they in here? I don't know. I made some beads yesterday. I haven't put coating on them.
Paper beads?
Yeah.
Cute. I got me a little bucket of them. I haven't put coating on yet either. I keep trying to convince myself it's not really necessary. But then Becca said it is necessary.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
That wasn't the fun part. But just like rolling them up was the fun part.
I used some magazines images, but then I started using my jelly prints and I like them much better.
Yeah. I like both. I bought some UV gel nail polish top coat, but I don't specifically for putting them on the beads because I have a little nail UV gel thing, but I don't know what I did with it. I set it. I set the bottle in the safe place.
Uh-oh. I haven't been working in my room because it was a dog mess after Becca left. And and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't take it. And we really didn't do a lot in here. I mean, we jelly printed one day, but it was already in a mess when she came.
Would you make a mess? Mine's a mess right now. It's really irritating me. I mean, it's always a mess. So there's like the mess that's just the usual mess, and then there's the extra that you can't function in.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Mine's falling over here.
I was at the point of no return kind of thing, you know.
Okay, I gotta get these heat tooled, and then I can glue them.
Let's see. Hey, who's your mama? Hi, Ann. I don't know who Keeks Hunt is. Hi, Sandy. Let's see here. I think you were on a live with another artist a few weeks ago. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, she's on with Becca pretty often.
I go on with Becca, but I also went on, or I also was talking to Amy Craigman on her chat. And she, I'm gonna go live with them tomorrow with Amy. She's really sweet. She was in the hot show.
Yeah, I don't know her, but I'm familiar with Amy K. I think I've been on with her over at Casey's once or twice.
Yeah. She's pretty sweet. And the girl Tara that she goes on with a lot, she's a lot of fun.
I don't think I've noticed Tara. Doesn't pop in my brain.
She's funny. She's silly. I love it whenever I glue a hair down in between my papers.
Me too.
What kind of art can we call that?
It's definitely making it personal. 1, 2.
You want some of my personal art, just email me or text me or whatever. Good.
I've told my husband a couple times, if I ever come up missing and they need fingerprints or hair samples, go through my art.
Yeah, no joke. He's a cute little bird on here, I think.
Bird, 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 bird.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from, Keeks? What'd you like to work on? Tell us. We nosy. Are you in my crafty group? Do you like to do Happy Mail?
I like to do it, but I always miss the beginning of the month.
Well, it's coming up
I know.
on Friday. Yeah, Friday.
I'll try to make it. I'll try to do it this month. It's going to be a busy month, though. Guess what?
What?
Our grandbaby will be born this
coming.
month.
Grandbabies.
Yep. I'm excited.
Yay.
I have other grandbabies, but this is by my son that I raised here, you know.
Okay.
So it's a little special, a little extra special.
Yeah.
Not that I don't love my other grandkids, but you know what I'm saying. It's just a little different.
From Missouri, and I love mixed media and Happy Mail. What is your group called? Curiously Crafty Friends. And the first of every month, we post swaps. And then the third weekend of the month, we assign partners. And the swap I am hosting is Twinchies for May. But there will be an ATC swap and a Fussy Cut swap too. So, but I'm hosting Twinchies for May.
Look at this little rabbit that I did on my Cricut. Isn't he cute?
Oh, he's adorable.
He is cute.
Is that like you print it and then the Cricut cuts it?
It's just all cut out. All cuts.
Well, how did you get the picture?
Cricut has like a database.
Oh, okay.
They have a thing called Access, and it's $10 a month, and I subscribe to it. And so they have tons of stuff in there. Or you can also upload files from other places. So yeah, it's pretty. They have a lot. I've done a lot of stuff. Here's a shoe I did.
Little sneaker. That'd be good for a little 80s journal.
Yeah.
Or card or.
Yeah. I scrapbook, but I used to at the scrapbook conventions or at the retreats. I would sell scrapbook layouts that I pre-made, like the kit. So they put it together, but I pre-made all the cut pieces and paper and stuff.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that was a lot.
So the Cricut database was pretty handy for getting different.
Oh yeah.
Themes and pieces, ephemera pieces.
Here's a girl I made in there.
It's cute.
Yeah, I mean, like, I did pretty good at it, and then my dad passed, and I kind of fizzled out, and I haven't
Oh,
picked it back up. But I don't know. I might pick it back up. Maybe, maybe not. I thought about it. I thought about doing like, instead of doing like the whole page kit, I thought about just doing that is funny. See this?
Mates.
That was actually an M, and I didn't realize it. I cut it out for this. But that's my name now.
Yes.
But I was thinking about, like, instead of like including the base papers, just do all the other stuff.
The little ephemera decorations.
Yeah, do all the things to decorate the page, but just don't do the base pages and let them pick out their base page.
Well, a lot of scrapbookers probably have like their big old stash of scrapbooking paper.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What to do with
Because
this?
a lot of times I don't use printed paper for that. Maybe like just to accent it a bit with, you know, maybe a half sheet or maybe a border, and I would give them all that stuff. But the base paper, I don't know. I'm thinking that would save me a lot of stuff, of product. So I don't know. I'll think about it. My friend Lisa, she has a retreat business, and she's been begging me to come back.
Well, that's a good like little testing ground. Like a
Oh yeah, I've done it. I did it with her for several retreats, and people bought. I mean, I made good money doing it. But you know, you have like, I can only go to so many retreats a year, you know. So I mean, my husband will kick my butt if I went every weekend or something, you know. Which hers are about 4 or 5 times a month or a year, excuse me. But there's other ones too.
It's probably a lot of prep work.
Mm-hmm.
And then the people in.
Mm-hmm. It's not too bad. Like Lisa sets me close to my area that I have, and then she then I set my stuff up, and I have a book there so they can write down what they get, and then they come and pay me at the end of the retreat.
Okay.
So it's not bad. I mean, some people I talk to, you know, and some people ask me questions or whatever. But it works out okay. My friend Julie, she has a business where she makes scrapbook layouts, but she does a lot of Disney and stuff like that. So her husband told her, you got to get rid of some of your paper because it's taken over. And she has a huge, gorgeous house, but I'm serious, she filled the whole back of my car up
With paper.
and gave me all that paper. And I was like, oh my gosh. So she said, I don't care what you do with it. She said, sell it, use it, whatever you want to do, give it away. I don't care. She said, because otherwise it's going in the dumpster.
I got some of it. You sent me some.
And I mean, like and I've sold some, but not for a lot of money. Like I've sold some for like $2 a pack, and there's like 30 sheets in them at least.
Yeah, that was a good deal.
So yeah, and I mean, some of them match and some of them don't. So that's why I feel like I wouldn't sell them for full price or for even half price, because not all of them match. Now, some of them really match good. My dang dog's getting into something. Letty.
Hi, good morning.
I hear you. What are you getting into? You better stop. Yeah, she comes in here now. I don't hear it.
I didn't mean to get this one yet. I can have it.
What can I put at the top of this, Michelle?
Some little floofy look eyelash trim like a feather. You got any eyelash trim? Any fluffy fibers?
Yeah, and then I'll put that in the hole. But what should I put like here?
Well, like just some little words or something, because those little circles already look like flowers.
Okay.
So just a little sentiment.
Let's see.
Glue stick. I need another glue stick. Uh-oh. Throw it in the floor. So Lynn and Keeks is going to go crafting. Have a crafty date.
I have several friends here that I craft with. My friend Danielle just lives like 10 minutes away, and me and her go to retreats together quite a bit. And there's a retreat, not really a big retreat, but we scrapbook at this church. Like once a month they do a scrapbook thing, and it's like $25. So we drive over there. It's like 35 minutes.
Okay.
So it's not too bad.
We have a craft retreat house. I haven't went and done any retreats. It pops up sometimes.
Yeah.
That she turned a house into a craft retreat thing. So
yeah, I've seen a couple people do that.
But I've never went because people. But I think it's neat. So it's like a 4-bedroom house or something, and then they have all these tables set up like in the garage area or something. And you can rent it for the weekend and have all your friends come do things. And then we have this one lady. She had an art studio, but like just this week she shut down her art studio, so she's traveling. But she had every Wednesday you could come do open art journal. I think it was $25 that you do.
Having a space is really hard these days. A lot of scrapbook stores are closed, and
because the rent on the building and the daggone power.
Yeah, you have too much overhead for it.
Get the coffee, View. Get the coffee.
That ain't gonna work. Yeah. There is maybe 1 or 2 scrapbook stores close to like Central Florida, which is not close to me still. Like it's over in the Tampa area. So, and I went to it one time and they had it so packed in there that I was claustrophobic. I was like, I got to get out of here.
Too much.
And we have a place called the Bottom of the Bin. And it's really cool. I like going there. It's like a creative reuse kind of.
Yeah, I'm jealous we don't got one of those yet.
So me and Becca went, and I had like, I don't know, I had like $100 on my thing there because I traded in a bunch of stuff. And so I mean, we bought quite a bit of stuff, and it didn't cost me anything because I already had. And then there's another place called Creative Art Therapy, and I like going there. It's a pretty neat little place. Like people sell their art that they do. And it can be a lot of different things. It can be beading, it can be cups, just like odds and end crafty items. They do a lot of mixed media, painting kind of things. Not really painting, but mixed media pictures and stuff. And so they sell those on there. In there, she has classes, so I like going in there. And they're a non-for-profit. So it's a pretty cool store. That everybody that works there volunteers. Probably except for the person that runs everything, you know. Me and my friend Danielle took a class, and it was a mixed media class. It was this actually. We did this.
Journal cover. Little
Yeah,
plate
it's
sheet.
yeah, it's like a canvas. And so we did that in the class, but the lady was just unbearable, almost like she was talking, and this one girl wasn't keeping up because she had never done mixed media. So I'm trying to like help her a little bit, you know, because that's what you do whenever you're in crops and classes and this and that. I mean, like, I'm not going to sit there and watch her struggle and the lady's not paying attention or coming over to her. And so I think the lady got mad because I was trying to help her. Like at the end, she comes over there and tries to help her. I'm like, just slow down so she can keep up.
Yeah.
But
I would have tried to help too.
yeah, I mean, I was just like, the lady said some instructions and she didn't hear them, so I told her. You know, just I wasn't like telling her what to do. I was just giving her the instruction that the lady just said. But yeah, me and my friend, we whipped through it because we've done stuff like that before. And I don't think she liked that either because we kind of whipped through and did our own thing. We didn't listen
Some
to her.
people just go out of their way to be offended by everything possible to be offended by.
And she was definitely that kind of person, or whatever you want to say. Mentality. This is all packaging that I got out of Vicky Booten stencils. I always keep it.
Yep, I always save my packaging too.
This one.
That's some smart junk journaling right there.
I keep them. Like I need them, but I do keep them.
You do need them to make things. To make the pretty things. Enabler alert. Enabler alert. Marie had a phone call. It's okay, Marie.
If you saw how much paper I have, you would be like, oh my God.
I'm going to go grab my chicken biscuits and some orange juice.
Okay.
Y'all entertain Dana. Ask Dana questions.
Oh, Lord.
BRB. Well, it'll take like a minute to heat my chicken biscuits up.
That's fine.
Oh.
Figure out what to put on this thing. That's pretty. I need something else. Maybe this. So, I started doing these out of packaging, and I'm just like doing this. I don't know why. I don't know what I'll use them for, but it's okay. I'll probably give them away. I always give my stuff away. haven't been doing much Happy Mail lately, so let's see. When are you? You're on Monday nights at 6:30. I come on, and this coming Monday is our Tandem 10, which is a little thing that we got going on. It's me and Beth, Michelle, and Becca. And we get together, we send each other 10 items for each, like each of us have 3 months. And so for those 3 months, we picked out 10 items for each month, and then we send them to everybody. And then we get together and we put them together, or like make a page with it. I'll show you what we did. So we get together and make a page. So this was Michelle's first. This is what she sent us. She sent us the background papers, all of it actually. So we just made a page with it. So it turned out, and we're only allowed to do a couple things. Eastern time zone. We're only allowed to add like a sheet of paper. We're allowed to add like use our punches, like our tools we're allowed to use, and we're allowed to use color if we want to. So this is what I did for that one. Whoops. This was my packet that I sent to them. And trying to think. Oh, for like my background here, I made a stencil out of punches, and I did that. And then all the rest is just all stuff that I sent to them, and we colored this in. Turned out pretty cute. Then this is Beth's, I believe. Let's see. Yes, this is Beth's packet. And she sent all this stuff. The paper in the background is paper that I used from my stash, because I don't want a white background, and I don't want to take enough time to do a mixed media background and hold everybody up. So this one is Becca's paper, and this is just a tag that can go out. She sent some beads. Actually, she sent a bunch of stuff for this one. And this, she sent some cards. And we have 10 items. And I try to use all 10. If you don't, that's fine. But, Michelle tries to use all 10, I think, too.
I do, except for the one time I saved that pink bag.
Let me turn back, because that's this page. Me and her did. This is my version of the page. And like if we have a bird and we don't have, 4 of the same bird, we just send a bird that's similar. So that's why our birds are different and our flowers different. So, but it's very similar. The pieces. Yeah, that's Michelle's version and my version of the girl. And then, oh yeah, there is Michelle and mine's. And I do 2-page layouts, and I think most of them do 1-page layouts.
Yeah, I've just been doing one, except for that one time.
I don't know. I just like it. I'm a scrapbooker. That's why I do it, if you want to know truth.
So did I get brought up because Monday is 10 to 10?
Yep. Yes. Can you do it Monday?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Out of chicken biscuits, I had to get sausage biscuits.
Oh. I do sausage most of the time.
What?
I've been having to try to stay away from stuff like that because of the bread.
Not a question. What's not a question? Oh, I love seeing the different interpretations. Do you?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It's pretty cool. I mean, I like doing it. Actually, I don't know if you guys know the channels, but there is Tanya McGuire and Lisa. Oh shit, Lisa. I'm gonna have to think now. But anyways, they started doing it. There was another couple ladies that did it with them, but they called theirs Same Six Wednesday or Same Six something. And so that's they used to do theirs kind of similar to this, but we just kind of made it 10 items and changed it a little bit. So, but it's kind of fun.
It's
We had
fun.
to talk we had to talk to Michelle into that one. Whew. She
I
wasn't too
overthink.
sure about it. She wasn't too sure about it for a minute. Because she likes to plan ahead.
I have to at least think about it ahead because I got to overthink it. So if I don't have the extra time to overthink it,
You crack me up.
it's not necessarily I make the plan. It's just I got to think about it. Like being
Yeah.
put on the spot. I don't do great with being put on the spot. Sometimes I can roll with it and sometimes I just freeze.
Depends. Yeah, just depends. Okay, so today Gage has a second interview with Publix, and I'm praying to God he gets it because he
Yay.
needs a job, y'all. He needs a job.
Well, I'll pray with you.
I'm like hopeful.
I have to plan and overthink. I have to overthink it. I have to. Or I get frozen.
Michelle's the overthinking.
Ah, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot.
Did you watch Beth's live Tuesday?
No. With Gigi?
No, Beth's.
Oh, Beth. Schuler. Duh.
Mm.
I think I popped in for a few minutes, but I didn't see the whole thing.
They're doing like a farm journal.
What were they doing? Chickens Tuesday?
Chickens, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
so I'm gonna join them, and I got to get my book together this weekend. And I'm gonna try to do the first page that they did. They did like a chicken house,
Yeah. The hen house.
a hen house, a laying house, whatever you call them. So I ordered a couple signs to make my front and back. So we'll see how it turns out. Now I'm trying to pull out some images and some stuff that I can use because I don't do well like thinking on the spot about what I have, what products I have that will go with it. And then later I'll be going through my stuff and I'm like, I should have used this. What the heck? So
Yeah.
I have to go searching beforehand. Now TNM10 is a little bit different because we get our products
It's
from
all in the envelope. Yeah.
us, yeah. But whenever I'm doing something that, and I want it to turn out decent. So
I can remember I have things. I just can't ever remember where they're at.
exactly. Exactly. And then you can't find it and you get frustrated.
Yep.
I'm a ding dong like that too. It's okay. We're gonna survive. My I have I have a sister that is a hoarder, y'all. And I'm not even joking. She's a hoarder. And she doesn't think she's a hoarder because she buys all her stuff. She doesn't go and dumpster dive to get it. I'm like,
I don't think there's a dumpster diving rule about it. I think it's the over collection of stuffs.
oh, exactly. But so she doesn't think that it's an issue pretty much. I think now she knows she gets it a little bit more than she used to because my mom and dad moved in with her for a while and we cleaned up her house like big time. And so she has had her house clean, um, you know, but now that my dad is gone and my mom is gone, we don't go down there and clean it. So it's a
It's
whole
fun.
different thing now. Yeah. And since my dad's been gone like 4 years, and she has cluttered it up big time. I mean, big time, just in that 4 years. And I'm like, you know, and she's like, "Oh, I wish my house was clean." Wish away, honey, wish away, because we used to clean it, and we're not doing it anymore. Um, we're not being mean, but you done
Gotta
blew
get
that.
those wishes and get up.
Yeah, you done blew that out the water. So I don't know. I mean, like, it's not that it's if we wouldn't mind helping her if we knew that she wasn't going to push it back to the same way, you
Yeah.
know. But she will. And me and my other sister, we have helped her a gazillion times, and she always goes back to the same thing. And her son lives there. He's 40 years old, and he don't even mow her grass. I'm like, are you kidding me? My old ass Uncle Davis goes and mows her grass. I'm like, he should be ashamed. Like,
And
he
he should
should
be
be
cleaning the kitchen or something.
something.
Mow the grass, clean the
He don't
kitchen,
even
something.
he don't even clean his bathroom. I'm like, y'all are too much for me. I have to stay at home because I can't deal with it. And Gage went down there, I don't know, probably couple months ago. He goes, Mom, it's bad. He said, it's really bad. And Gage is my clean freak. Um, I'm like, well, I don't know what to do because what we've done in the past didn't work.
Yeah, so my son is pretty adamant that he's just gonna live with us, and then when we die, he's gonna live with his sister. And he doesn't want to learn how to drive, so she's gonna drive him around and blah blah blah. So they've already started. She's like, well, if you're gonna stay home all day and I'm gonna work and pay the bills and drive everywhere, then you got to keep the house clean.
Exactly. Well, at least she's telling him up front.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get it together too. My sister-in-law, I mean, when she had this, whenever her and her first husband was married, they lived in a trailer. She kept the trailer cleaner than her house now. I'm like, this makes no sense.
Yeah. I think hoarders usually have a
trigger.
trauma or a
Mhm.
mental something or another. So at some point
Well,
she was able to, have some kind of
yeah,
control over it, and then something happened and it done
she
got
had a bad accident and
okay.
put her in the hospital for quite a while. So that didn't help. Um, and she just kind of went from there. But she's good as gold. Like, she will do anything for you. Like, if I call her and say, right now, if I call her and say, can you come and get me, or whatever, she would.
Yeah. Two of the girls we fostered for a little while, the reason they kept getting removed from their house was because it was a hoarder house.
Mm.
So they would get checked on, and the family children services would be like, you have 1 month to get this cleaned up where it's livable.
Yeah.
And so then they would just move instead of cleaning up so they'd get an apartment for a couple months, for DHR to come check for a couple months, and then they couldn't afford it like that. So, once DHR gave them the kids back and, let them stay, then they'd end up back in the bad house.
Jeez.
So they kept going back and forth and back and forth.
That's so bad for the kids. Gage, he was in the hospital for 3 months when he was born. So I'm fairly certain he has reactive attachment disorder. And then after that, I don't know how long he actually stayed home with his parents, but then they all got removed. So he spent up until he was 2 in being moved from foster home to foster home.
Yeah.
And there was like a period of about 3 months that he was in like 15 different foster homes. And they would they
Sounds
would
like
move him about every 2 to 3 nights. He would get moved. And so he has a lot that needs to be dug out,
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're that young, you can't even really dig it out, because you were
Yeah.
little,
Well, and but it made a lot of insecurities for him.
yeah, the brain wiring, it developed
Yeah.
the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a
So,
lot of, ingredients for attachment disorder.
yeah. So he, and we did therapy. I mean, lots of therapy. Whenever he was growing up. Now, he's old enough that he's got to take on his mental health himself.
Yep.
And he actually went to the psychiatrist because he refused to take medicine for a long time. And I'm like, okay, well, so he finally went to the doctor recently and got on medicine, and he's in they're trying to see what works for him basically now. And so I'm proud of him for doing that, because that I know that wasn't easy for him. Yeah, my sister needs therapy for hoarding, but she don't think she does. So I mean, what can you do?
Nada.
We've talked to her till we're blue in the face. We've argued with her about the stuff that she keeps. Oh my gosh, when my mom and dad moved in there, we went over there for 3 months and cleaned her house. That's how long it took us, 3 months every weekend. And when we weren't there, my cousin went over and did stuff too. And oh my gosh, talking about having fights, me and her, and ugh, it was just because I'm the confrontational one that will tell her like, this is stupid,
Well,
or
she's your sister too, so.
yeah. But I mean, like, she's a lot older than me. Um, but my one sister, she'll be quiet and she won't say anything. She'll just get frustrated, and I will be the one to get frustrated and say something. It's like, God.
I gotta grab my Sharpies. It usually takes me a little while to say something, and then when I say something, I blow up.
Yeah. Well, we had been dealing with it for months, and you know, my mom and dad they are clean freaks, and they were not going to live in squalor or even, I mean, her house wasn't like disgusting, but there was a ton of dust. Oh my God, there was a ton of dust. And there was piles and piles of, but it didn't have any gross stuff in it. There wasn't like no dead cat in it or a dead rat in it or nothing like that. It was just a bunch of stuff.
There used to be a lady at the church I attended. She was a hoarder, and she was also, struggled with paying all of her bills and stuff. So, every time she got evicted, church come help me move. So we would have to go help, clean the house up and move her stuff, and, try to talk to her about, we're not carrying trash from one house to a new house. It's not what we're doing. And she would end up in just tears and hysterical about us trying to help her move, and what was reasonable to move.
My sister kept popsicle sticks. She had like a whole daggum bag of like a big bag of popsicle sticks, and we're like, what in the heck? She said, I'm gonna make something with them. I said, whenever you're like 95?
Hey, now, don't talk about my popsicle sticks. I got popsicle
Girl,
sticks.
I am talking.
I got pom-poms.
I'm talking a trash bag full of popsicle sticks.
I got Chanel stems.
And I'm talking popsicle sticks that were come from the popsicle.
Oh no, I don't got those. I got new ones, or new from the yard sale.
I mean, seriously, she did. She had some crazy stuff. It was kind of torture for us, honestly. We tried hard to not like trigger her, but whew. She had 3 convection ovens in her garage that was never used, never opened. She had 3 or 4 mixers that she never opened. She had bocce ball set. She had 4 or 5 what are they called? Gambling sets, like with all the chips and everything.
Poker, yeah.
Uh-huh. What else is she? I don't know. I can't even name it all. And in her garage, she had these shelves built on one side to hold all of her DVDs. And they were the height of the DVD, and that whole entire wall had DVDs on it.
My mother-in-law had a whole bedroom full of DVDs for a long time. She did
get rid of popsicle sticks.
They get rid of some. Talk about my pops. Yeah, like I can't.
Hey, hers was just excessive. It wasn't the fact that she had it. It's the fact that she had a ton of it.
So much, yeah.
I don't know if this is a sticker. It could be.
So I'm pretty sure Sandy's made it back home, right? Sandy, you back home in hermiting mode? I want a light brown, light one. Light brown.
I'm gonna glue it down.
How's this one? Really? That doesn't seem appropriate. Last night. Whoop whoop. Yeah, this will work. What's today? Today's Thursday? Yeah, Thursday.
Yes.
cannot go to the chiropractor today. Dagnabbit.
I'm thinking about going to a chiropractor because my back, I'm not at a point where surgery would help at all. And I just can't stand it. Like, it's driving me nuts.
You
Like
really
sitting up for a while is torture for me.
Yeah, it's my back is hurt now. That's why I was like, chiropractor today? Like, nope, it's Thursday.
Yeah. But I just don't know who to go to. I've got to research a little bit. I think one of my friend's husbands, he's a chiropractor, but I haven't officially met him, so I don't know.
Neurologic based chiropractor. Neurologic based.
So they work mostly on your upper body?
No.
Like your neck?
I mean, for me, yes. I get my neck and shoulders adjusted a lot, and my pelvis. I think neurologic based chiropractors, they focus more on like kind of a whole body view of getting your body in alignment, and not alignment in
Sync.
yes, in like it's more kind of preventative than chasing behind the problem. Like some chiropractors, they just focus on the
area.
skeletal system. They just focus on the skeletal system and getting, but the neurologic base, it has more to do with like regulation.
Yeah,
like,
my friend had to go to one for migraines because she got in a car accident, and so hers was more of a neurologic one that she had to go to and for a while. I need like my, like where your bra strap goes. My back hurts right there quite a bit. And then right at my sacrum, my back hurts really
and
bad.
that could be like your vertebrae are not lined up kind of right, so it's pinching things. And
well, yeah, and I know I've got a pinch back there, but I don't know. I mean, like at being an X-ray, we were always told, don't go to a chiropractor, don't go to a chiropractor.
yeah,
But since I can't get anything done, because I've had pain management, I mean, like I've had injections in my back, I've had injections in my SI joints, I've had epidurals, I've had this thing called Intracept, where they go into your bone and they inject some stuff in there, and it's supposed to like, well, they don't inject it, they laser it, they deaden those nerves that are supposed to be the nerves that send signals to your brain for pain. And so I don't know, I didn't benefit from that enough. I did a little bit, but I'm still. And then I need to get my hip.
Helps with pain, kind of on that theory too. Is it somehow turns the nerves off if they're screaming? Or, I mean, sometimes there's a reason your nerves are screaming, and sometimes it just gets stuck on. Is what he told me. So acupuncture can help turn them back off.
I don't know. I just got to figure out who to go to. And I don't want them messing with my neck at all because I already have a plate in there.
They might not can be able to. There are like sometimes when there's pinched nervy thingies, they can't do a whole lot. And if there's hardware in there, they got to be really careful.
Not letting them mess with my hardware. And like my hips right now, I have avascular necrosis, and I need both hips replaced.
Hey, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie. So I'm kind of in a pickle.
Yoga for areas. Kim, I need beginner yoga because I did try yoga.
On the floor, I ain't getting up.
I did try yoga and I about died. I'm not exaggerating. I about died. And I told that yoga teacher, I'm like, look, I need beginner yoga. And she's like, this is beginner yoga. I'm like, no, I need something before this then. Because I'm dying. Because I signed up for like a week trial and like, yeah. And I mean, we was just down on the floor stretching and stuff, but I was worse off when I left. Way worse.
I ordered one of those stretchy things to start stretching my legs a little bit and stuff like that, just to get something going.
I need pre-yoga. That beginner yoga killed me. I want
to do now.
I felt worse. Way worse. I couldn't move.
I believe it.
Like, whoo.
What did I just sign up for? Because this is not what I thought.
Well, I really, whoo, it was rough. It was really rough.
Yeah, my fat ass gets down on the floor. Yeah, I ain't getting up. Especially after I do a bunch of stretching and crap. Like, that would be pure torture for me.
And now there's all these apps popping up on Facebook or whatever about chair yoga or chair.
Yes, I keep seeing that.
I'm tempted to try it, but then it's like $30. I'm like, I'm not paying an app $30 to.
No, you can probably go online and find a video.
Yeah, like I could just sit in my chair and just move. Like, text message to my husband. Oops. Okay, so I got 2 done. Whoop whoop, 2.
Well, that's a good thing.
I need to cut some more banners. I can't keep going without banners. I've been trying to, my son, we have a circle driveway, and my son goes out there and walks circles in the driveway for hours. So I've been trying to go out there and do, right now I'm at 3 laps. I try to go out there and do 3 laps with him because I'm huffing and puffing at 3 laps. I think eventually I'll get up, to 5 laps. He's out there doing 200 laps. I don't know. Whew, he makes me tired. So that's my thing right now is I'm trying to, walk circles, 3 laps with my son and get built up. And I'm trying to do some stretches. Chair yoga, where am I at? I think there are free guides on Pinterest of the chair yoga. Yeah. I have a lot of the muscles in my neck are very tense. So I try to do several times a day. I sit here and just roll my head around my neck, trying to get the muscles in my neck to relax. And I do like this with my shoulders, backwards and forwards, trying to get my
posture is probably a big factor with my back.
Yeah.
That's probably, with my upper back. My lower back, I don't think so. My lower back is just, it's bothered me since I was a teenager, which is crazy. But I don't know. I'm just hoping that things start getting better together. And I have a cruise in June and I want to feel better, but I'm not going to they're going to inject my hip before I go. But
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, Dana, but I think things fall apart more as you get older. They don't get better as you get older.
I know.
You just want some relief.
If you've been in my body, you would understand that you just hope. You just hope.
Oh, I need my top sandwich. Where's my sandwich?
Let's see.
Where's another plate here? My old bendy plate. I'll have to do. I feel like she thinks I'm being mean, or I feel like she thinks I'm being mean. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be like my mom she's got a bajillion different things, but her COPD. I'm like, it's not getting better. It's not getting better. It's a degenerative disease.
Okay, let me rephrase. I hope I can get what I can control better.
Some relief.
Yes.
I know you're tired of it.
And not have every day as a bad day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I understand.
Because it sucks.
There's lots of different exercises on YouTube's of the chair-based stuff. Tim discovered I can't have anything tight around my waist. No tight pants, belts, or undies. Makes me go out when crawling across the floor. I can't have tight stuff either just because it's uncomfortable. I don't think it makes my back go out. It just makes my brain focus on that it's super uncomfortable. Okay. Lynn and Keeks are going crafting this weekend. Yeah, I made it to the estate sale and the thrift store last weekend. I got me 4 shirts and 2 breeches.
Well, that's a positive.
Yeah. I finally started gaining weight, and so all my clothes are snug or don't fit. They don't fit, or the ones that do fit are too snug, and so they're uncomfortable. So I had to get me some bigger shirts and breeches.
Probably only in a size 2 now.
I'm in a 10-12 now. Seems like some stretchy 8s were kind of okay.
10-12s for years.
10-12s are more comfortable.
When I graduated, I was a size like 5.
Yeah, I used to be for a long time. I mean, when I was a teenager, I was a 0 or a 2, and then early 20s, I was a 4 or 5 for a long, long time. And then after babies, I didn't gain weight when I was pregnant. I gained weight after. And then I had oral surgery and lost a lot of weight. And now I'm getting it back again.
I have Sjogren syndrome.
Sjogren's.
And I'm worried that I probably am going to end up having to have dental surgery too. I've already had it twice, but for different reasons. Because I get bone overgrowth in my the back of my jaw.
Yeah.
And with Sjogren's, your mouth stays dry too much and stuff, and that causes your teeth to decay faster. And mine is definitely compromised.
Yeah, the first surgery that ended up with the 4 other surgeries, my bone kept just splintering, just crumbling.
Really?
And then so
that has to be some kind of deficiency, or something else that's causing that.
So that was a little bit of the, them pushing for the implants. They were like, the implants will help the bone stay active to keep regrowing. And hey, babe,
Boss has to give this to you.
Okay, thank you. But then also they had to do extra stuff so that the bone would attach to the post instead of just disintegrating around it.
Yeah. So did they have to do like grafting and stuff?
I'm working on my birthday cards. I'm working on birthday cards.
Talking about broken bones, man.
We were talking about teeth, actually.
Oh. I mean, technically teeth are kind of.
Well, yeah. Well, more everywhere. We're talking about all kind of things, but health stuff.
Old fart stuff, girl.
Gotta start on her schoolwork. What time is it? Yeah, so they're gonna start on school. They were next door, hanging out with the grannies.
In the war zone.
I always have to like I always call him like, I need young knees. Pick something up off the floor. I need young knees.
Did I have a hard time getting diagnosed? I found out I had lupus when it was in 2005, and I found out by accident. I kept having endometriosis really bad, and so I went to a new OBGYN, and she did a ANA panel, and that started my whole connective tissue thing. For a long time, I didn't really have to get any treatment, because I was still young enough and not as bad. But I did have to start getting treatment probably about 20 years ago. And then it just kind of spiraled from there. I got put on Plaquenil. We tried some other stuff too, didn't work. Then I got put on Benlysta a couple years ago, and I wasn't sure that it was working because I had to stop it for a surgery. And so whenever I stopped it, I didn't really notice a difference in how I felt. So I was like, what's the point? Because it was like $3,000 a month. And so then my eyes, as far as my eyes and my mouth being dry and stuff, I went to my eye doctor and I kept telling him my eyes were dry. So he did a tear test for that. And they stick this little thing on your eyelid, and they
Yes.
put some drops in that irritate your eye and make it want to water. And mine didn't barely have any tears. So I've been taking sustained drops for a long time. But my eyes are getting drier and drier. I feel it more in my eyes than my mouth. But I am noticing it in my mouth now too. So, I've got several autoimmune disorders. Several.
So my ANA panel came back positive.
Oh, so you definitely have.
High level. And then the CMRP, something other protein, something others, that came back super high.
Oh, C-reactive protein.
And
mine's high too.
And so then we tested the top 5 autoimmune. So it was lupus, RA, the Sorigens, and something else. But whatever the top 5 most common ones. So it's right on the borderline, like just barely on the borderline of lupus and RA. So I don't have a diagnosis, but they said maybe in a couple years.
My niece, she has rheumatoid, and then I have lupus, fibromyalgia, lichen sclerosis, not ulcerative, collagenous colitis, and I'm missing one. Oh, osteoarthritis, and now avascular necrosis, which is caused from the lupus. So it just all adds up, but pretty much I get the same treatment, for them. So what do you do? It is what it is.
My ferritin is always dangerously low. Whenever I get tested, like just a regular CBC or whatever, and they're like, your iron is low. I'm like, yeah, always. And then my ferritin is always like super low. They always want to do infusions and stuff, but I've done them so many times and they don't help. So I'm like, no, we're not going to keep doing what doesn't work, because I pay out of pocket for all this stuff. I don't have health insurance.
I don't know how you do it, girl.
I'm like, if you don't have a different plan, like, we're not going to keep paying for the same thing that doesn't work.
But I know your husband makes decent money, but with 4 of you, you can't qualify for health insurance? Like,
What
for
we
Medicare?
So he has health insurance. His work provides health insurance.
Okay.
We didn't qualify for like the Obama type health insurance because we do have access to it. It's just super expensive.
Yeah.
So we can pay his work
But it's
$1,200
gonna
or
be
$1,500 a month for all of us to have insurance.
That's
But
insane.
we don't spend that much on medical care. So
Yeah.
like paying out of pocket. We don't go often, but like paying out of pocket, I don't spend $1,200 a month.
Right.
So if I paid $1,200 a month in insurance premiums, and there is a $10,000 deductible, so I would pay them $1,200 a month. On top of it, I still got to pay the first $10,000.
Right.
And so for us, it's just cheaper to pay out of pocket for the little bit of times we go.
But you
The
just
only
have to
time
prepare for it.
Yeah, the only time we kind of, like, my son had a testicular torsion and had to have emergency surgery, which okay. So we paid for his surgery for his broken elbow. We paid for his broken, like, we paid all of those out of pocket. I had an appendix rupture. I paid for that out of pocket. And like there were price range, like there was a price for it. So
they do a cash pay price.
And last year or the year before, he had a testicular torsion. So we went and did, and we're going to pay out of pocket for it, except for they want $34,000. Like, none of our other surgeries have been $34,000. Why is this one $34,000? So anyway, they ain't getting paid. They ain't getting paid. I paid the doctor, and the hospital is just going to have to write it off or something. Because like his surgery on his arm, I think it was around 8 or 9,000, and then my appendix surgery was around 7 or 8,000. Like, I don't know how my emergency C-section was only 12 grand. Why is his surgery 32? Like, no, thank you. No.
Yeah.
They're price gouging. That's what it is. They're price gouging. Because I guarantee you the insurance don't pay much for it.
I wish that, like, I wish they would not really have socialized medicine, but I wish that they would put specific prices on, like, okay, this surgery is $15,000 and insurance, will pay X number of dollars. You're going to owe this. And that should go across the board. Like, it is what it is. But it depends on Medicare, how your insurance charges it, and the hospital. Like, we have one hospital here, they charge way more than the other hospital.
Yep.
And it makes no sense for the same crap.
So the one hospital we went to for the ultrasound was $250. The very next morning, we had to go to the other hospital. They did an ultrasound and they charged $950. I'm like, it's the same as the ultrasound on the same area, like for the same purpose. $250 at this hospital, $950 at this hospispital.
Yeah,
which also
I think they should make it like price gouging. I mean, honestly, because it is.
Y'all can write it off. It's your own fault. Because I would have paid you if you wasn't greedy bastards.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know. I after working in healthcare, I've seen a lot of different stuff as far as billing, and I wasn't even in the billing area.
That's crazy, Lynn. Is that with insurance though? See, they be jacking up.
They do.
So the actual surgeon for Caleb was like $700. So we paid him like from the get-go. It was the hospital bill that's $32 for what? And for what? What for what? Like, I don't.
I mean, I get that a hospital's a lot of overhead, but
You don't
charging
get that for one person.
yeah, like every single patient. I had, if you charge every patient $20,000 a day or $15,000 a day, you're making bank.
Yeah.
And
And the
the
ultrasound.
hospital here puts you in a room with somebody else. You don't even get your own dang room. I had to listen to this lady my last visit. I was like, oh dear God, let me out of here.
There is no reason from a 250 ultrasound to a 950 ultrasound that's the exact same ultrasound. Like, there's no reason.
Yeah, there's no reason for that. None.
And also, go ahead.
It's okay. Go ahead.
I used to take calls for an insurance company and billing calls where, like, I know how much the hospitals bill or the doctors bill the insurance, but the insurance is like, well, we're only going to pay this much.
Yeah.
And that's what they have to accept. So don't bill insurance $1,000 and then bill people $5,000.
Yeah.
Because you know that the insurance is only going to give you $500 for it. That's all they're doing.
There should just be a set price. Period.
Yes.
Insurance is going to pay this. Period. And it don't matter which insurance it is.
I agree. This is the price, and it should be a reasonable price. Like, not.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be $10 for a freaking Advil.
No.
If you're in the hospital, I worked at a cancer center, and it used to break my heart because people would come in there and their insurance would be so bad that they would have, like, especially this one man sticks in my head. He had to pay $75 a day for his radiation treatments. That was his part. And for the treatment that he had, there was 43 treatments. So yeah, $75 a day times 43 treatments. That's a shit ton of money. And he was freaking out. And we're like, you're not going to have to pay that per day. We can do a payment plan of $10 a month.
Yeah.
And that's what they would do. And they knew that they're not going to get all that money because the person's not going to last for long enough for $10 a month to actually end up paying the bill. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, and they knew that. They probably ended up writing it off, and the government ended up having to pay for it anyways.
That's what I said. I'm like, I'm just gonna have to write that off because y'all being unreasonable.
But if he would have went to like Moffitt, a big place, and had treatment, he wouldn't have got that kind of offer, and he'd have been having to pay the full amount every time he went, and that would have just been like stress. Our place was really good about, working with people.
And it doesn't make any sense to me either, too. So sometimes we go, it's not our first line of defense, but as far as we go to the urgent care.
Yeah.
And so sometimes they'll come in there and they'll say, okay, well, if you've got cash today, it's $250. If we bill you, it's
$500. That's bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. You're gonna, just because I don't have $500 in my pocket right this very second, you're gonna double the cost for the exact same treatment? No.
Yeah, that's bull crap.
And when I call doctors, like if I do have to go to a doctor's office, I tell them up front, look, I'm bringing cash. Tell me how much to bring. And they'll be like, well, our office visit's $500. I'm like, no, I'm bringing cash. I don't want to know what you bill the insurance. I'm bringing $100 bills. Tell me how much. Well, it's $500. I was like, can I speak to somebody else? And usually, they'll go down to $200 or $250 or something.
Yeah. Which is insane for a doctor's visit.
Yes,
because they spend 15 freaking minutes with you.
See a doctor for 10 minutes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Where the heck?
The Ponzi scheme. Hey, Deborah.
It is.
Keeks had an ankle surgery. Ouch. Would have been sunk. Y'all just, no, I don't want to say bad things. Just don't pay them. They can't do nothing about it. They don't put you in jail for not paying it.
They take you to court, though, and garnish your wages and crap.
I don't have any wages to garnish.
Yeah. But, as far as, I
don't make a habit out of it. I paid for my C-section. I paid for the surgery on his bones. I paid for my busted appendix. I'm not paying $32 for that because they came at me crazy. There is no reason why a penis surgery costs more than a full delivering baby emergency C-section. Why? They didn't. It's the same surgery room. It's the same. There's no reason why it goes. I can have a C-section for $12,000 and it's $32,000 for penis surgery.
Girl. The penis and the cooch is two different things, people. but they are equal.
Yeah. And so I sat in the emergency room while my appendix was bursting and leaked everywhere. And so them getting your appendix before it busts and after they bust is more.
It's two different things.
Even they let my appendix bust while I was sitting there and they had to go in there and do all the extra work so I didn't get infected and die. That still wasn't but $7,000 or $8,000. It wasn't $32,000. No, I don't know what you people are doing.
Yeah, we do know, but
yeah. Take me to court. You can garnish my.
We do know what they're doing, but we can't do diddly about it.
Wait, I'm making right now. My income is about $15 a month with my Jelly Shelly mail. So garnish that if you want to.
They can garnish that.
Good luck with that. Pay your lawyer to garnish.
Just don't put your husband's name on anything.
I don't. I don't. If they're going to be unreasonable, I'm going to be unreasonable.
My husband,
and I did sometimes, so that the ultrasound thing. So one time they came in and they say if you've got, I don't remember what, maybe it was $500. If you have $500 right now, it's $500. But if we have to bill you, it's going to be $1,200. And I'm well, I don't have $500 right now. I've got $250. And they're okay, well, we're going to have to bill you. And then it's $1,200. And I'm why? No. And she's I'm just the messenger. That's how they do. That's the policy, blah, 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 blah. And I'm okay, well, here's my $250. Have a nice day. So they sent me a bill for the $1,200. Well,
I want to speak to the person that gave you the message.
Yeah. So they sent me the bill for the $1,200 and I called them and I was I paid $250 the day of. And they were yeah, but it's $1,200. I was no, it was $500 the day of. So I can give you $250 more and we can go on about our lives, or you can keep billing me this $1,200 and you ain't getting nothing. That's, it was $500 the day of. There's no reason for you to jump it up to $1,200.
None.
And
that's just bull. That's like going to the gas station and saying, if you can't pay for your gas today, it's going to be twice as much tomorrow.
Yeah, that was so crazy. And then that lady, she was of course I had an attitude, so she had an attitude. But anyway, I eventually got a call back that I could pay the other $250 and the rest would be written off. I'm that's what I thought. You can get another $250 or you can get nothing, but you're not getting $1,200.
Don't tell me 3 different prices for the same service.
Penis is so much more, right? But it's a penis. Yes, it's true, Lynn. Like I said, they let me sit in that waiting room for 8 hours while my appendix busted and leaked everywhere. But we said penis pain. He was in that back room, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Let's rush him back here. He says penis pain.
Oh my gosh, girl.
I am not kidding. The doctor beat us to the room.
Just the way you're saying it, it's
So that's a joke now. I tell my mom all the time when she's like calling the ambulance or whatever. It's like, you got to tell them your penis hurts or you're going to get left in the waiting room.
You got penis pain, even though you're a girl, which is not uncommon these days.
I'm running over some penis pain. And then the doctor was doing the exam and my son started cussing. The doctor looked up at me with his eyes big, like I was about to get onto him for cussing. And I'm like, he says it hurts. Like, and then the doctor was like, yeah. You just grabbed him and then twisted him. I would cuss too.
Right. Whenever I worked I worked at a doctor's office before I was even in X-ray school.
Yeah.
And so I was basically a medical assistant with no medical assistant training. And I was, I don't know, in my early 20s. And guys would come in there for, like, this doctor did all kinds of stuff. He was a surgeon too. So he would do all kinds of stuff in the office. But they would come in there for vasectomies, and oh my gosh, the guys were hilarious. They would come in, they would already have had Valium,
Yeah.
and I'd tell them, okay, you got to do this. You got to get undressed, sit on the table, put this over you. And just them doing that. And whenever I come back in the room, they will be sweating bullets. I mean, they will be sweating so bad. I'm like, take your shirt off because you're going to get sweat all over your shirt. And so they would be sweating bullets about having to do that.
So Angela says the little blue pills are $12, but the estrogen is over $100. Oh,
isn't that crazy?
It is. And you
need the estrogen more than you need the blue pills. I mean, if you can't, do your business, that ain't my fault.
So when I worked for the insurance company taking calls, I remember this one guy, he was calling for, gosh, what is it even called? I can't remember now. It was one of those, I want to say Cialis, but it was before Cialis. So it was the one before Cialis.
Yeah.
So it got denied. He's like, why I can't pick up my prescription. It's going to be, $300, whatever it was going to be. And so I'm looking at his claim and I'm like, well, your insurance says it's not medically necessary. So they're not going to cover it. And he started yelling at me. God, what was the name of it? I can't remember what it is. So,
I know what you're talking about.
Gosh, I do too. I can't think of it. So he's yelling at me. He's like, I need my Viagra. Yes. He's like, I need my Viagra. And I'm like, well, your insurance says that it's not medically necessary. So you're welcome to have it. You just need to pay for it. And he's like, little lady, do you even know what Viagra is? And I'm like, yes, sir. And you're going to tell me it's not medically necessary? I'm like, no, sir, I'm not telling you that. Your insurance company has deemed it not medically necessary.
Oh my
I don't get to make that choice.
I got this lady one time, and she
was so mad.
This lady brought her husband in, and his blood pressure was really high, like to the point where we had to give him, I don't remember what the name of the medicine is, but the pill to dissolve under his tongue and bring his blood pressure down.
Okay.
And she goes, he needs a blood pressure change. He definitely needs a blood pressure change because he can't get it up, and we aren't going to have a marriage if he can't get it up. I'm like, excuse me? I said, she says, if the new medicine don't work, then he's just going to have to be off medicine. I said, do you want him dead or do you want him alive?
She apparently wants him dead if his penis doesn't work. Does she not know you can buy this at the store? I mean,
she was a mess. I was like, what? I mean, and she was old too. I mean, they were both older, but she was adamant. He is
worthless if his penis doesn't work.
And he is going to get some medicine. And if the medicine don't work this time, he ain't taking medicine.
I was trying so hard not to yell at that man because he was mad. He was probably about to give himself a stroke. He was so mad yelling at me about he needed it.
Yeah.
I need it. What you mean it's not medically necessary?
It's not a need. It's a want. Like, you want it to get that way. I can't help it. It won't work for you.
She should have just went and bought her one from the store. They come in all
Exactly.
shapes and colors.
Exactly. And she'd probably be more satisfied. That's hilarious. So my father-in-law had gotten Parkinson's, and like it happened like really fast, like how fast it progressed and stuff. Well, he had a younger wife, and she was crazy as a bedbug herself. So I was trying to help them, with daily stuff, going to the store, this and that. And so I'm trying to help them. And she's like, I take her to Walmart, and he was with her. And she goes, I'll be back in a few minutes. I need to go over to the the little girl section. I said, you need pads? I said, you had a hysterectomy. And she goes, no. And I said, well, what do you need? She goes,
Dana being nosy.
I was. And she's like, well, the stuff that that gets him going. I was like, oh shit.
Never mind. I'll take my questions back.
Oh my God. Because I'm thinking, and I mean, like, he was at the point where he was doing the shuffle. Like, he wasn't going to be having sex, honey. Oh my gosh.
And they need hip replacements. Like, you gonna throw a hip out. Not worth it.
It was funny.
Exactly. All shapes and sizes, colors. Probably get polka dotted ones. I don't know. Glitter ones. Okay. Do I got the insides on these yet? I think I do. Come on. Work with me now, card. Yeah. Okay. So just glue the front down. Glue it down. Glue it down. With around here, see. And different flowers and fruits.
It's funny because my husband, he went into one for our wedding and to buy me something, and he got hit on by the guy at the door.
Oh, y'all.
It was hilarious. His friends were with him and everything.
After the surgery, the penis surgery, they only gave me one pair of these underwear type things for support, and he was supposed to have support for 4 to 6 weeks.
Right.
And the one pair that they gave me had blood on it, so he refused to wear it.
Right.
So I kept calling the doctor like, I need more, and they're like, just wear that one. And I'm like, he's refusing to wear it, and they're like, he can't refuse to wear it, he has to wear it. And I'm like, yeah. Autism. How do I make him wear it? He's bigger than I am. He's like, how do I, and he, anyway. So I ended up in one of those shops trying to get, fancy underwear that had support.
The support.
Yes. So so I had to go to the sex shop for my teenage son and get him supporting underwear.
You're like, what the heck?
For my teenage son. So, and I'm talking to the people there. I'm like, I need some, extra support underwear just for my kid.
And they're like, why are you buying these for your kid?
Sorry. No. Had surgery. He had surgery. And a pharmacy had one pair, but it was too small. It was going to take days for Amazon to get me any pairs, so I ended up at the sex shop. And of course, they come in all types of colors and patterns, and I'm like, just plain blue ones. This is his favorite color. Just get me out of here.
My sister worked at a medical supply store, so she's got some funny stories too. All of us have worked in the medical field. I mean, like me, my niece, and my nephew, we all went to x-ray school. And he does heart caths now. She does MRIs. But I think our best stories is probably from when we were in x-ray.
Finding stuff in orifices.
That and the drunks that come in the ER and all that good stuff, like people act a dang fool in the ER. It wasn't the part that wasn't very fun about working there and that and having to do ER patients. I actually had a few patients that I had to x-ray. And one of them didn't make it in the end. So that wasn't too great, but it wasn't somebody that I knew big time, but like he went to school with my sisters and they were quite younger than me or older than me. So it was just a weird situation because I knew his family and I knew they were going to be upset.
So when people in my real life die, I get very, like, I say I'm pragmatic about it. Like, they were 80 something years old and had cancer for the past 3 years. Like, we knew they were going to die. Like,
Yeah.
That's what old people do.
I mean, you're realistic about it.
But somebody on TV dies and I'm boohooing.
It's stupid, ain't it?
Well, yeah. No.
Well, when my mom passed, I didn't really cry until like a year later. My dog had a seizure and died in my arms.
Boohooing over the dog.
I could not quit boohooing. I said, why am I boohooing so bad? Like, yes, it's a dog. Like, but I think that at that point, I finally was letting everything out for my mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just like
piled up and had to come out.
Yeah, it was like bam. I was like, I'm a blubbering idiot right now. Like, what the heck? Like, I love my dog, but it's not like I should be crying this bad. But I was. And then Scott wasn't home, and so I ended up taking him to the ER veterinarian and having them take care of him because I would have rather had him buried here, but I was like, I can't do it. One time I was x-raying this guy and he had like this really big wound on his leg. And he came downstairs and they had it bandaged, I think. So I had to take the bandage off to do his x-ray. And I take the bandage off, and there is literally a maggot on his sore.
Ew.
Yeah,
Some places intentionally put maggots on
exactly, because they debris it. They
stuff,
get the
skin
junk
stuff.
off of it. So I was like, oh, I was grossed out. And I mean, I wasn't being unprofessional or anything, but in my mind, I was grossed out.
I would have been grossed out too. That happened on the show. There was a homeless guy with like a broken arm, and he couldn't even remember how long he had his cast on, and they opened it up and they were all there.
Well, this guy there was one, and I had to, in his leg, had a steel rod in it, and I could see the hole was so big I could see the steel rod. And I had to have him do one view, and then I had to turn him on his side to do the other view, and the maggot fell on the x-ray film.
Ew. You gotta call for backup. Like, somebody else gotta come handle this.
It was gross.
Clean up an x-ray room and clean up.
Yeah, it was kind of gross. I was like, ew, I'm grossed out. And then another time, oh, this story is funny. I had students with me, and I'm in there. I'm doing a barium enema. A barium enema is where they put stuff up your butt and see your colon.
Yeah.
So I'm in there, and this guy, after we get done, we would drain as much as we could out. Then we get him up off the table and let him go to the bathroom. Well, this guy, you know how the x-ray steps are, when you pull them out, they don't come out quite far enough. It's like it could be a little bit further and it'd be more stable. So I always would stand there and help him get down. Well, when that guy stepped down off of that step, he blew all that barium right at me.
Oh no.
So here I am.
I would have puked.
Oh no. I started undressing. I had a guy student in there, and he's looking at me like, what the hell? And I'm like, go get me some scrubs from OR right now.
I would have puked.
And yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. And
I started puking when my babies puked or had blowouts.
Well, they went and got me scrubs, and I went and told my boss, I'm like, I'm going home. I'm taking a shower. I had brand new shoes on. It was on my shoes.
Everywhere.
It was everywhere. I was like, I'm going home and I'm cleaning up. So they were like, okay.
One time a place worked at, there was too many forks and spoons missing. So the boss person thought they were going to be cute and make all the employees go dig in the trash can and pull all the trash out of the dumpster and dig through it and dig out all the forks and knives and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I'm not digging in the dumpster to go find some freaking forks and knives. And then
I had to cut that one off too.
and then at some point I was like, you know what? I'll do it, but I'm going home. I'm going home. Like, I'm not staying and working my shift. Anyway, I got out of it. I was kind of middle management, so I got to, just tell the peons below me to do it, which was, I didn't. Why are we digging through trash to get out for? I mean, that's whatever. I mean, yes, the people shouldn't be throwing the forks and the knives away, but still, why are we digging? Yeah. No. Why are we paying people to come to work to dig in trash, to dig out? Like, it's not worth it. Like, doesn't matter how many forks and knives we save. That's not covering labor cost of people out there digging in the trash.
Right.
It's not that serious. Went to a meeting department and they asked us to take his diaper off to weigh him, and it erupted. Yup. They always pee every time you take their diaper off. Every time.
Yeah, you gotta peek it and then put it right back. Gotta let the cold air get. Somebody said take a wipe and put it on their belly and it'll make them go.
And when I took my babies to the chiropractor, they always had a blowout after the chiropractor. Not pee. We got you, Keeks. We got you. Okay. No, I can't. I cannot deal with it. And I used to want to be a neonatal nurse, like, you know, when I was a kid. You asked me when I was in school what I wanted to do when I grew up. I wanted to be a neonatal nurse. And
We
then,
had I had to go and do x-rays on the babies whenever they were neonatals. I was like a on-call x-ray person.
yeah.
That sucked, watching them little babies struggling.
Yeah. And then I had babies and I'm like puking every time they blow out. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't have did too good in the in the NICU.
Honestly, you would have gotten used to it, I'm sure. Like my niece, she was terrified to give somebody an IV. She was terrified of needles herself. And I told her when she went in the x-ray program, I said, you're going to have to, you know, insert needles and this and that. And she was like, oh my God. So the first time she did it, she said, I didn't pass out, thank God. But she said it was rough.
I took a phlebotomy program. So I was vampiring people for a little while.
I actually don't mind taking blood. It's the bending over to get the blood that bothers me.
Yeah, I shake a lot. I just shake.
I do too.
And then that makes
whenever
people
I do blood, I don't. It's crazy. It's weird because I do the same thing. I shake, but I can hit a vein.
Yeah, you gotta line it up and then you just gotta go for it. Line it up and boom.
Like my I'm working at the cancer center. You really get proficient on doing IVs because you have a lot of patients that, even though they have a port, whenever you use x-ray dye, you can't use the port unless it's a specific port.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even access a port, so I prefer to just, you know, do the IV instead of having to wait for the nurse to come and get me behind.
I always felt bad for the little old people, the little old ladies or little old men that's so wrinkled and bruised up. I always felt bad.
I do. And I tried very hard to be easy and to not bruise them.
Yeah.
And every once in a while you'll get somebody that just, they're going to bruise regardless.
I mean, like when they came in already bruised, and I'm like, I got to dig through these bruises to find the vein.
Or you're going to get people that, you know, they're like, you got one try, and all that does is makes you nervous.
That is me. That is me. I am like, you got one try. You got one try. So
it just makes the person even more nervous.
You're not digging around in me. And I would rather you poke and come all the way back out and poke again.
Yes.
Don't be in there poking
and dig.
And wiggling. Don't do it.
Don't dig in my arm. If you dig in my arm, I'm gonna tell you to get off.
Yes. I don't like needles.
So one time I was in the hospital, I was poked 13 times.
Nope.
I was like, look, I can't take it anymore. Y'all got to figure it out. I said, I know I'm dehydrated as crap, but this ain't working. And so finally they went and got
somebody who knows what the hell they're doing.
They went and got the ultrasound machine, you know, the IV nurse. And now they use the friggin' IV ultrasound for every single stick at the hospital. I'm like, y'all don't have any skills, do you? Because, you know, I mean, it's a skill to do lab, to do blood work, and, you know, the nurses I'm talking about, not the lab, but it's a skill to do IVs and stuff. And like half of them, a lot of nurses can't even do IVs decently.
Because they don't have to do them as often anymore.
Nope. I don't understand it. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I tell them they got one stick. If they feel confident they got it, if they have to stick me again, I'm okay with it. But they're not going to stick me 14 times. You got to go get some.
The dude used the ultrasound to get Gage's vein. Now, Gage is a young kid. His veins are like hoses. And I'm like, you're seriously going to use that to get his vein? Then he had to still move the needle.
Ugh.
I was like, what? It was
And
nuts.
when Caleb was getting hooked up right before his surgery, I'm like, y'all are not going to keep poking him, so you better get whoever knows how to do it fast and quick.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get an ultrasound. Whatever nurse came in to do it, she got it on the first try. Go her. But I was like, there's no practice in here.
Yeah.
Like, get whoever's going to get him the first time. Because he gets angry, he starts swinging, and then you got a patient start swinging, and that leads to other things, and we're not doing all that. We're on preventive here. So you're not going to send somebody who's going to poke him 13 times, and then he's going to be hurting and angry, and then start swinging, and then you're going to strap him down, and no, we're not doing all that. Just send somebody who knows how to do it quick and fast.
Mm-hmm. Well, and kids his age are pretty easy sticks. Unless they've been like traumatized with,
I always ask for the butterfly needles, and they give me dirty looks. Like, I have a butterfly needle.
Like whenever I was in X-ray or whenever I was in CAT scan, they would say that, and I'm like, look, honey, I cannot use a butterfly needle because my stuff is so thick it will not go through that butterfly needle.
Oh no!
And I would just have to poke you again, and I don't want to have to do that. So let me poke you and get it done. And most of the time, I did pretty good. Every once in a while, I mean, and cancer patients are hard. Because they've been poked 100,000 times. Even though they have a port, they still get poked for different things. And I was like, just let me do it. And if I can't get it, then I'll get the nurse to come. And most of the time they were pretty okay about it. But
I remember the first person. What's it called that when you faint when you get poked? Is that syncope?
Syncope is whenever, like, you have blood pressure issues and it causes you to faint. But syncope is a word for passing out.
So I was at my phlebotomy clinicals and at a hospital. It was a walk-in. My clinicals was at the walk-in blood draw clinic at the hospital. But one of my teachers one day, she got called up to go do one on the hospital floor. I didn't usually have to do that. But so she's like, this is an interesting case. Come look. And it was a teenager-ish kid that would faint every time he got poked. And that's like the first time I ever heard about it or whatever. And so I thought if I talked to him and he didn't see her poke him, that he wouldn't faint. But no.
Right. Still did.
He was looking me dead in my face, telling me about his prom and who he was taking to prom. And she poked him and out he went.
Yeah.
That work.
Well, and that's just like with CAT scan. Iodine, there's a lot of people allergic to it. And then there's some people that will have certain things happen. Everybody gets warm pretty much. But it can be in the neck, can be in the hoochie coo, the butt, some people feel it all the way down. Well, there was 2 or 3 patients I had, and this is not in any way like negative towards people, but I had 3 different Black people that every time they had the contrast, they puked every single time.
It could be a genetic thing.
Huh?
It could be like a genetic thing.
Yeah, and it wasn't, I mean, like, that didn't mean that they were allergic to it. They just puked. I don't know. Because, like, if I had a new patient that had never had contrast before, I would make them sit for 30 minutes to make sure that they weren't going to have a reaction to the contrast afterwards, because you never know. I had a guy that came in. He had contrast before. This was like his, I don't know, 3rd or 4th CAT scan. And I did his study, and injected the contrast. He was fine. Had him sit for a few minutes, and he was still fine. So he left, and his wife was a nurse at the hospital down south from us. And on their way home, he started having an anaphylactic shock reaction. And, those can turn south very fast. And she wheeled into the hospital down there that she worked at, and they had to give him give him Benadryl and epinephrine and everything. So, like, thank God she was with him, but there was no indication for me to hold him, and because he had contrast several times.
Yeah.
But it was weird.
Is there different formulas? Like, I know there's different formulas of anesthesia.
There is, but now there's like an ionic and non-ionic. And now pretty much every place uses non-ionic, which is the lower osmolar. It's just like the molecular makeup of it and how much iodine's in it. And most places use that now because it's just stupid to use the other one. There is a little bit of cost difference, and that's the only thing that like differentiates them as far as price, and I don't know.
My left leg swells up a lot. Or,
Mhm.
I mean, if I don't work a lot, it doesn't swell up a lot. But when I work, it swells up a lot. And so they've shot the dye up in my leg and took x-rays and CTs and stuff of it.
Yeah.
And it's always just feels cold to me, and I always have to pee. I'm like, I'm about to pee in y'all's machine.
It feels that way, don't it?
It's so cold. I'm shivering, and they're like, you got to be still. And I'm like, I can't be still. I'm cold.
See, I feel it in my neck sometimes a little bit, and I feel it in my hooch coo.
I guess it starts in my leg, and I just feel it everywhere. I just get super, super, super cold, and I'm shivering. I'm like, I gotta pee. I gotta pee. And they're like, just a few minutes. I'm like, nope, you're about to clean up your machine. I gotta pee.
That's funny. Yeah, I pee, the gotta pee feeling is normal, very normal.
This is with your system, and it's not safe. Lots of things they do ain't safe, probably.
Yep.
They'll figure it out in 100 years.
Got that right. Gadolinium, they used to think was really safe for everybody, like even for like kidneys and stuff. And now they're finding out that gadolinium is not good for your kidneys. And that's the stuff they use for MRI. Iodine, if you ever have a CAT scan and they use iodine on you, say you go to a different hospital the next day and they want to do another test using iodine, don't. You need to have 48 hours in between to give your kidneys a rest and to let your kidneys expel the other dye, or it can put you into kidney failure.
Hell, my kidneys don't even like Dr. Pepper. I can't go to no iodine.
Yeah, the dye it's hard. I mean, it's harsh, but it's necessary for some to diagnose some stuff. Even everybody thinks, oh, let's just do an MRI. They think MRI is better for everything, but it's really not. There's certain things that X-ray is better for, and there's certain things that MRI is better for. You learn so much from these lives.
Good tip. So I was somebody the other day, I was saying, oh, was it when we were talking about young Earth and creationism and stuff? And I was like, well, how do you know? You weren't there. And they were like, science? And I'm like, yeah, well, science changes its mind all the time. Science said lobotomies was good for you. Science said bloodletting was good for you. Science said twilight for childbirth was good for you. Science said cocaine was good for you. Until science decided it wasn't.
Yeah, it's true too. Because There's been so many things that
Science said cigarettes were great for pregnant women. #1 cigarette brand recommended by doctors. Until finally science was like, nah.
Yeah. It's all about the money.
Money, 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 money. And it depends on which scientist you ask. Because there are young Earth creation scientists. So if you ask those scientists, they got their proof. They got their proof. If you ask the other scientists, they got their proof. So which one you gonna believe?
Yeah, you never know what to.
That's what that's
Put the
my
bank on.
that's my religion and scientific fact. Skeptical. That's me. I don't know. I wasn't there. Did they go to the moon? I don't know. I wasn't there. Maybe, probably, but I don't know. I wasn't there. Is the Earth flat? Probably not. Probably not. But if science one day proved it was, I'd be like, all right, there's go science again. Are dinosaurs chickens? No, dinosaurs are not chickens. Dinosaurs are dinosaurs and chickens are chickens. And if you found some bones that you called dinosaur bones and now you want to say they're chicken bones, they were chicken the whole time. That scientist just misidentified them back to begin with. Are there aliens? I don't know. Probably. I mean, if there's a bajillion different galaxies out there, it does make sense. There's something besides just us here on Earth. Statistically and probability. But then again, how did we decide that there's a bajillion other little galaxies out there? Like, how do we haven't been there? We don't know. There's just some scientists sitting around making it up.
Because they told you so. That's one.
Yeah, I don't believe people just because they told me so. Usually. Skeptical.
Yeah, the drugs and the money.
Ticker and ticker. Y'all, who sees my tweezers that I just had? I just had them.
I don't see them.
Right? I'm like, where did they go? Which way did it go? Which way did it go? They're not under there. They're not under there. I'll go ahead and throw this away, Michelle. Just throw it away. Found it. Okay, I'm going to be heat tooling for a few minutes, y'all. So I can keep my assembly line going. Hey, Becca. Michelle for president. Man,
Hey,
I will
Becca.
probably be a dictator president, Sandy. Probably.
You just woke up? I've been up since 6:30.
I might be a benevolent dictator at best, but I would probably be a dictator. Because why do we need 1,400 different 11 types of cars? We don't. We need one small car, one medium-sized car, one van, one truck. That's all we need. We don't need all these extras. It's a waste of money and it's not efficient.
And why do they make your speedometer go past the speed limit?
Yes, on this thing. And why do we got 35 miles an hour on most any like why? Like in neighborhoods maybe, but like on big roads where there's a lot of traveling, no, that's dumb. That's not efficient. Let's get these cars moving and out of the way.
But they make cars go faster than the speed limit because they want to make money on speeding tickets.
On tickets. Our trains are going to run on time Our buses are going to run on time. We're not going to have 11 different things of the same thing. We're not going to have $250 ultrasounds at one place and $950 ultrasounds at the other place. No, an ultrasound is same cost for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be a dictator. You
Even
might
for
want to take
insurance.
the president back.
And it's the same cost for insurance too.
Why is the gas tank on different sides of the cars? To make traffic jams.
Yes, all on the same side they should be. Because whenever you're having to prepare for a hurricane, it's a pain in the butt to get into the gas station. And especially if you got the opposite side.
Yep. Well,
Oh
I mean, in my
gosh.
world, we only having, 4 different types of vehicles, period. So we can put the gas tank all on the same side because that's efficient in the assembly line. I'll probably let you have whatever color you want. Probably. I'll probably let you have whatever color you want. But as far as all these different types of cars, no, it's not efficient. No more hurricanes. No more airplanes putting stuff in the atmosphere that causes the weather changing.
You're so crazy.
That's for sure. That's for sure. I don't know if it's going to stop the hurricanes or not, but we're definitely not going to put airplanes with chemicals up there seeing what happens if we put enough stuff in the atmosphere. And all them damn satellites orbiting the Earth. Why? We don't need all that. What? We don't need all that. That's we just trashing up the space out there for no reason.
They're polluting the space.
Yes, for no reason, for greed and capitalism and money. I am not anti-capitalism, but I am anti-capitalistic greed. And we're not going to have Walmart making the one president of Walmart making $52 billion a year. And the little Walmart people don't make enough money. They have to be on food stamps and rent control for the government to subsidize. No, we're not doing all that neither. The Walmart man don't need to make that much money if he can't pay his own employees to survive.
Nope.
The government is not subsidizing Walmart. Okay. Didn't I say I need a heat tool? Don't get me started, y'all.
Soapbox. I'm trying to put a little bit of ink on these and they're small. So I'm sitting here with my mouth open because that's how I have to do it. This. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but this is from the Dollar Tree. And it's my favorite to use on tags and stuff like that. And it's cheap. I use it all the time. I need something for this. What do I want?
Also, in Michelle's dictatorship, we are not 3D printing meat. We are not using beaver butt secretions in our soda. No. Unallowed. Walmart does it on purpose. I know they do because they're greedy. And Walmart's not the only company that does it. They know what they're doing.
They're allowed to do it. That's why they do it.
They sat together in meetings and planned it all out.
Mm-hmm.
Not in Michelle's dictatorship.
Let's put cocaine in the Coke so people get addicted to it. That's where it all started, right there.
I think it was before then. I'm pretty sure it was before then. And putting the cocaine in the Coke, it's probably not even the beginning of the problem. The problem is when the CIA went down and was growing all the coca fields down in the other countries and using the guerrilla to have war around there and then shipping the coca up into the United States. So the United States was making money off of growing and sneaking in cocaine and arresting people for it. That's probably before the Coke in the Coke.
We got Soapbox Michelle today.
Yep. Yep. It's Sandy's fault. She wanted me to be president. And I had to explain. Michelle is a dictator. But she's not going to be a corrupt one. I will be an honest dictator. And like I said, the planes, trains, and automobiles are going to flow on time efficiently.
Yeah, so whenever the guy that took over CEO of the railroad probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years back, he made stuff so that the trains were way longer and all this crap. Oh my gosh. I think the railroad regrets a lot of that. A lot of his leadership.
Somewhere to save some money, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. I think they regret a lot of the things that he did in his leadership. I don't think that they've completely changed it back, but they've changed some things.
We ain't gonna have prisons upon prisons upon prisons just filled up with potheads. Nope, we're not. We're not.
And people that
we're not just going to collect people in prison so we can pay them $12 an hour for government labor. No, that's not appropriate.
People that do child sex crimes like rape kids.
We can go ahead and PDF them. We can.
Yep, exactly.
Them. They're not redeemable.
They ain't getting out anytime soon.
Or they might be redeemable, but that's between them and Jesus. And in my dictatorship, no, we would shepherd them. If it's proven fact, they sharing videos about it and they in the video. No.
They don't get it. Here's what I think. I think that they shouldn't get to. They should have 5 years to try to change their case, to try to prove differently.
I don't know. 5 years seems excessive to me.
After that 5 years, I don't know. I did see this man that got proven like 30 years after he'd been in prison by DNA stuff. It proved him that he didn't do it. So I think 5 years.
But after he also got proved he didn't do it, well, that might be a different case. But there was this one guy, he also got all the evidence that his prosecutor knew he didn't do it, but he had to have somebody in jail. So he threw him under the bus. Like, no, none of that will be allowed either. No. People, it's proven, if it's proven, like beyond a shadow of a doubt, not just we think, or there's some circumstances that, it might have been you. No. If we got video of you, if we got, multiple witnesses, if we got 30 children that you're the pastor at the church that done been raping the kids at the summer camp, we would chipper you. We would chipper you.
How about this? This happened just now, like this last couple of days. There is a man that did Santa Claus every year, like at the big malls here and stuff like that. And he was also a pastor, and he just got busted for trying to meet a girl, a 10-year-old, for $200.
No, see, wood chipper. And that one guy who like pretends to be teenagers on the internet, and these men are showing up with the whole intention in their brain. They think
Yeah.
they're meeting a teenager.
Well, that's what they did on this.
Or
This was
yeah,
an
wood
undercover
chipper them too.
operation.
Wood chipper them too.
This was an undercover operation, and Grady Judd, he has no mercy on people like that. He will blast them right on Facebook. He'll blast them on TV. He don't care.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you.
He is like, yeah. He's like, this.
We're not having,
guy,
4
such a-
years in jail and then,
Uh-uh.
20 years on
No.
parole.
He's
And
like, he don't need to be out. He don't need to be around nobody.
the sex
needs to
offender
be
registry. There will not be
locked
no sex offender registry because they will all be dead. They won't be registering, trying, not to rent a house next to the school. They will be gone. Now, and I understand there'll be a few cases that might be iffy. We won't wood chipper the iffy cases until we have, the good evidence. But for all of them with the good evidence, no, we're not housing them and feeding them and paying for their internet and cable and nope.
And the murderers, they don't deserve to be out either. They deserve to be kaput.
Dictator Michelle is not playing. No, ma'am.
Like if you murder somebody, yeah, you don't get a second chance. You go straight to the
okay. So there's
shabam bam.
The serial murderers, the like sick serial. If you're murdering people to eat them, we can go ahead and death penalty them because there's no fixing them. If they murdering people to eat them, there's no fixing them.
Nope.
If they murdering them to like play with their bodies and do crazy, there's no fixing them.
And if a kid murders their parents, that's a big.
There's no
red flag. That's a big one.
If there was a car accident and it was an accident, okay, we'll rehabilitate you some kind of way, sort of in the jails. We won't wood chipper you, but because accidents happen. Now, if you done had your third DUI or something and you still drinking well, first of all, we're gonna go ahead and just take your license and stuff from your first DUI because everybody knows not to drive. You made a choice, so we ain't playing that either.
My nephew's
would chipper you for drinking and driving, but we're not playing with you either. You're not gonna pay a little fine and get probation and be out there next weekend drinking and driving again. No.
Oh, my nephew has been to jail for it, and he don't drink and drive now, but he did it 3 times. He got caught 3 times.
See. There's a couple things. There's a few things I'll give you the second try, but we ain't doing a third try. No, you done made the bad choice twice. You done showed. And you only been caught twice, so you probably did it more than twice. You just been caught twice. So you're stubborn and hard headed and ain't gonna learn your lesson. So I'm not gonna coddle you.
Don't think I don't give him hell. I'm like,
Yeah. My sister was killed by a drunk driver, and
yeah, it ain't. There's no reason for it.
With her 6-week-old son in the car, so he ain't got a mama because she died. No. And it wasn't the dude's first time in trouble for drugs and drinking and stuff. Now, I mean, I understand drug addicts, the problems. We're going to have some more, rehabilitation places and stuff for non-criminal drug addicts. Because you're not just a criminal just because you are because technicalities, but I understand people got, problems. I meant like hurting people.
Yeah.
You drinking and driving, you hurting people. You murdering people or robbing people or beating up people because you need your meth. No, we're not putting up with that. But if you just, an addict who needs some help at the hospital or something, we'll work with you until you start criminaling and then no.
My nephew still drinks, but he don't go anywhere.
I don't care if you drink. Stay your butt at home and drink. Stay your butt at home and drink all you want to. Kill your liver. Kill over with your cirrhosis. You're a grown person.
And I've told him, I don't know how many times, I'm like, because he smokes and he drinks. I said, but do you know how many people I seen whenever I worked at the cancer center? How many people, I got to do something.
See, that doesn't make sense. The pedos get out and the drug
get cancer. They get cancer.
Shoot. Well, we do know why, because all, Epstein Island people are running the earth. And so that's why the pedos get out.
I got to go. I've got an appointment in a few minutes.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
But I appreciate it. I'll see y'all later.
We're not having teachers messing with the kids. Nope.
Bye, girls.
Bye, Dana. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. See you next time. And sometimes, though, Deborah, I've been reading. I try not to read, y'all. I really do try not to. It's not actual. Well, I mean, it is the teacher, but it's like it's not licensed and educated people to be. It's the subs. Like they have such a teacher shortage that they've relaxed the rules about who can be in the classroom with the kids. Like, I mean, I understand like supply and demand and da, but like that makes it easier when you have the rules and then you keep sliding the rules and sliding the rules and sliding the rules, then it's easier for the pedos to get in there. Junkies don't get preference at the ER over heart attacks. Bye, Dana. I think pretty much grown adult people can do whatever they want to do, whatever. If it hurts them, only themselves, they grown adult people. It's when they start hurting other people, we got to nip it in the bud. And children especially, for sure. Starts hurting children, wood chippering. But starts hurting other people, we robbing other people or beating other people up, or because then no. You want to do your drugs by yourself at your house until you die? Whatever. It's yourself in your house. I don't care. You got to go rob people to get your drugs? No, you're not doing that. Yeah, they do. So they are like teachers because they got hired as substitute teachers. But the rules got laxer. In some areas, the rules got laxer about who could become teachers because they need adults in the rooms. And the bus driver took the girls and kept them in the room. See, wood chipper him. Yeah, if any humans are found in other humans' houses, locked up and chained to the floor or in it, wood chipper him. Like that's beyond reasonable doubt. That's proof. We're not keeping them in jail for 30 years and feeding them and housing them. No, we just go ahead and bye. Take the trash out, people. Take the trash out. I saw, gosh, I hope it. I didn't click on it hard because I have to be careful about what I watch, y'all, because I get riled up. So I was scrolling past, and it was a news article about how it was the police with the wire cutter thingy bobbers trying to get a collar off of a female that they have found in a house. I couldn't read the whole article, but that picture was enough. No, and Bama, Deborah, down in Coleman area somewhere, like less than a year ago, I think it was a man and his son or a man and his nephew or something. They had a bunker and they had children locked up in the bunker. No. Michelle's dictatorship ain't putting up with that. When I raided that bunker and I found them kids locked up in that bunker, whoever's in charge of that bunker, whoever owns that bunker, they wouldn't make it to trial. They wouldn't make it to jail. We taking the trash out. We saving taxpayer money, time and effort. If you got a bunker with kids locked in it, the end. The end. Auto wood chipper. Poof, poof, poof. Exactly. So if y'all want to get in the wood chipper business before Dictator Michelle, becomes government, we'll work on some government contracts to provide wood chippers because we're gonna have a great need of wood chippers. So if anybody wants to go ahead and start the manufacturing on them to get us a surplus going. This is kind of like insider trading. You get the ahead of time, whatever the word is. Insider trading. Coming soon. An excess need for wood chippers. And it'll help our food growth problem too, because that's probably good, like fertilizer. That's because like poop is good fertilizer. Wood chipping is probably good fertilizer. I guess that's probably disgusting though, to eat vegetables grown in that kind of fertilizer. I mean, we'll get used to it. We'd get used to it because we got used to eating food grown in cow manure. So adds the nutrients back to the soil. Pig farms. Oh, yes. Yeah, we could do some pig farms too. I done ran everybody off. Sorry, people. Sorry. Not sorry, really. Not really. Where is that? The big one. The big one that I've been using to smush it. To smush it. Smush it real good. Jinx, show me a Coke. She wants the good Coke with the Coke in it. Get the energy back up. Well, if you ever needed to know too much about the ramblings of Michelle's brain, there you go, y'all. There you go. It's okay, Dana. You hang out with us. I appreciate you hanging out and chatting. I hope your video appointment goes well. I hope Gage's appointment at Publix goes well. Green tomatoes. And we was talking about technology. Either the cloud and the Google have me on lockdown, holding my information and stuff for ransom. So the technology is there. So all these people sharing inappropriate stuff on the internet. Shut it down. Shut it down. The technology exists to do it. So just do it. As they choose not to do it. And there's a reason they choose not to do it, because too many of them are, the world is ruled by Epstein's friends, and it's unacceptable. So all Epstein's friends are the first ones in the wood chipper. All of them. And then we get some sane people. Saner people. Sane-ish. You know what? I don't even care. At this point, I will take unsane people to just get rid of the PDF files. If we get rid of the PDF files, then get some not PDF file people in there. I don't even care if they're sane or not, just as long as they're not PDF files. I'll take me a crazy perimenopausal woman in charge over other Epstein friend people in charge. Crazy. Because she can't afford her $100 estrogen, but he still got to have his $12 blue pills. Nutrition. Yeah. I mean, the stuff they choose to put in our food, and we allow that. I don't know why we can't just fertilize the dirt to grow some food. All right. And football people and baseball people, all these people are not going to make bukus of millions of dollars a year to play a sport. No, they don't need $25 million to chase a football around a field. Doctors and teachers and wood chipper operators need to make more money than football players and basketball players. And musicians. Like, I think we need football and basketball musicians and arts. We need them. They don't need to make that kind of money for what they're doing. Yep, a lot of things that other countries don't allow, we allow. It's crazy. It's because they friends. It's because they Epstein friends, and they help each other make more money for ridiculousness. None of this keyless stuff. Engine only dealer can work on self-driving. I already talked about cars. You weren't here for the cars, Deborah? Lock the doors and get drafted to Popo. Teachers and the nurses and the first. Yes, all them people should make more money. Yes, they should definitely make more than football players. If you want to play football, go play football. Have fun at it. But you don't need $25 million to do it a year. That's just for fun. That's not a career move. And I know it's dangerous, and some of them football people get concussions and, blah, blah, blah. They can only work for like 10 years, and the money's supposed to last their whole life, whatever. They made their choices. And they live with their consequences. If they choose to go get concussed 11 times in a year, then that's what they go do. They loved it. They made sacrifices for the game they love. They don't need $25 million for it. If they want to survive their whole life, then they need to choose a different career. The firefighters, yep. I definitely changed the way the taxes are. I'm not going to say no taxes, because I believe in small government. I do believe that there are some things that the government needs to take care of. We need to have better roads. We need to have health care. We need to have mental health services available more easily. So we do need a little bit of money for those things. I would definitely greatly change the structure of how we do taxes. We're not going to take 20, 30, 40% of all the middle class people's money who's barely able to buy their groceries and pay their mortgage, while all the billionaire people know how to do all the tax credit thingies to, get out of keep making billions. No, we're not going to do all that either. No, it's going to be some kind of I don't think I hate let people earn their whole income, and it's just some tax. It's a sales tax up in the sales tax. So you have a choice over what you pay the tax on, what you buy. I haven't searched it real hard, but just on the surface, that seems a little bit more fair than they keep all this money they keep taking out of our paychecks. And then they don't even, and we're going to use as the government. In my dictatorship, y'all, I'm a dictator, so everybody's going to do what I tell them to do, or they end up in the wood chipper. We're not going to pay our friend, $65 million to fix the roads, and then our friend is going to pocket $45 million, and there's $20 million left that they're supposed to fix the roads with, and they don't ever get fixed. No, we're not doing that neither. We're not doing that neither. I want a legit price on how much it costs to fix the roads. Okay, this is how much money you're going to get to fix the roads. You're going to fix the daggone roads. You're not putting the money in your offshore account and the roads never get fixed. No, we're not doing that. We're not giving our daughter, a job. We're just going to name her secretary to the state of La La Land so that she has a job, and then we're going to give her a $45 million a year salary, and that she can write off her wedding flowers and her taxes as business expenses. No, we're not doing that. Not in Michelle's dictatorship. We had a lot of that stuff before taxes. Senators and governors should make the mean income of their state. Yep. Yes. We're not going to have no 45-year Congress people making billions. No. They need to make about the average of what the people in their state makes. I agree with that. So if you want, and there's no voting themselves raises too. No, you do not get to vote yourself a raise. And you don't vote, and you're not going to keep borrowing at it. In theory, I like the Social Security program. Like in theory, like it makes sense-ish. But then they done stole. They ain't even borrowed. They have done stole out of Social Security so much. For what? For what? It's not because they fixed our roads. It's not because, for a daggone ballroom. We're not having $45 billion ballrooms. Why would a ballroom even cost that much? Even if it was needed, why would it even cost that much? Like, it's still just some freaking concrete and some wood. Like, why? That's that price gouging stuff. And paying your buddy, it's a $10 job, but we're going to pay our buddy $50 to do the $10 job because he's our buddy. And then he's only going to put $5 in on it. No, nope. Do not approve. Not in Michelle's dictatorship. Mayors and city councils and the school board people. Our school superintendent dude, oh my Lord, he makes $400-something thousand a year. For why? The state of Alabama has some of the worst, if not the worst. I mean, they got to be around 48, 49 level of schooling in our country, and he's making $500,000 a year for what? No. On top of I homeschool, I got to pay all this money in taxes for the public schools that are crap. The public schools are crap here. I got to pay for crappy public schools and also pay for my little bit better homeschool and to pay for this man's salary who keeps having crappy schools. And then teachers don't make that much. Like, why is he making $500,000? He can go down to $150,000, $200,000 and survive just fine, and then take that other $250,000, $300,000 and spread it out in the schools and in the teachers, and we'd have better quality teachers instead of having a teacher shortage. That we got to relax the teacher classifications. That we got to let the pedophiles in with our kids. It's connected. It's my spaghetti brain. 3% flat rate tax. I would look into it. I really would. They made up crap on purpose. Mr. Ford helped with that. Mr. Ford. I'm down for efficiency in assembly lines and stuff, but I don't think you can treat people like assembly lines. Like, people are people. Glue it down, Michelle. Glue it down. Glue it down. Yes, they shipped in the cocaine on purpose. They shipped in Planned Parenthood to certain neighborhoods on purpose. They started teaching certain types of things in school on purpose. I think the school should probably go back to, I like like back in the day. I mean, they could be a little better funded than they were back in the day, but when they were more community schools, like the community got together and hired a teacher, and, they got together and they built the school building on Sunday, whatever day, like, I think we should go a little bit more to the community school instead of these big federal government schools that are not efficiently ran. Paying him nearly $500,000 a year for what? To sit in air-conditioned rooms and just run his mouth? I mean, I guess if I could be paid $500,000 a year to sit in air-conditioned rooms, run my mouth, I would take it. But I would give a lot more to charity, though. I would. If I made that kind of money, I think I'd be more philanthropist. That's why I said I'd be a benevolent dictator. I'd be a dictator. I would, but I'd be a benevolent one. Bringing back midwives. We doing it. We're bringing them back. Not saying we're getting rid of all the doctors. They have their place in some rare, important situations. Again, I think I like the community model of that better. Y'all, Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. Go get the doctor. While she's out there plowing her field or whatever. I mean, we could have a little bit of, progress since then. But this progress we got going on right now ain't it. A nurse practitioner. I think nurse practitioners could handle a lot of stuff. I'm okay with I would want an experienced midwife. I would want an experienced nurse practitioner. Like whoever I'm going to, I would like to go to somebody who's done it enough to know a little bit about it. Like I would take a first year. I would take been delivering babies for 10, 15, 20 years on the side of the road in the backyard over the first year nurse practitioner. That's just me. But I do know some people would be like, no, give me that first year nurse practitioner. They went to school. Oh, prices of colleges in Dictator Michelle's world too ain't what it is either. We're gonna take care of that too. But yeah, I want the grandmama. For me personally, I want the grandmama who done birthed 10 babies herself and then done helped 50 other women birth their babies. I'd rather that lady than an OBGYN. That's just me. That's just me. Now, when that granny midwife sees something that is going wrong and she's like, yep, let's head to the hospital, then I do want a doctor at the hospital. After the grandma midwife lady done says, yeah, this ain't right. Just we above our head now. We got to go to the next level. Then take me to the next level. Nursing students tuition money. That's my job. Bring back trade schools. Yep. And bring them back like in high schools too. Like why do kids got to spend 12 years in school to learn, like, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm about to say nothing, but I don't mean nothing. Like let me finish the whole thought process and try to extrapolate what I'm trying to say. Why they got to spend 12 years in school to learn nothing? I know they learning something. And then start learning for their job, like in a trade school or in a college or whatever. Like, why can't we start trade school and type things in high school? We can. We will in Dictators, Michelle. Ship. Michelle being a dictator. Yep. Benevolent dictator, y'all. I'm a benevolent dictator. We're going to learn trades in high school, and everybody, learn some kind of trade in high school. And then if the doctor people want to go on to doctor school after high school, that's fine. They still know how to weld something or they still know how to, you know, do something, fix a car, engine repair, or food service, cooking, something. They still gonna have some kind of high school skill. And then they can, if they still want to go on to doctor school, okay, we'll go on to doctor school too. Or lawyer school, or wood chipper. That could be a mandatory elective. Wood chipper, builders, mechanics, wood chipper mechanics, because I bet they're gonna get locked up, and they're gonna operators. Repair, wood chipper repair people will be on the rise. Hey, Marie, welcome back. Yep. And if somewhere in these American lands we got our own oil, we're gonna be using our oil. Why are we gonna fight other people for their oil? If we got it, and we're gonna grow more here. We're gonna make our own cars, we're gonna grow our own food. We can negotiate and trade with other countries for things we ain't got. Bartering. We need to bring back more bartering too, like just as a general culture. We need more bartering instead of everything so expensive. What's for lunch today? I don't know. Oh, I do know. I got leftover Chinese. Because yesterday at lunchtime, I was trying to pay my daughter to make me a grilled ham and cheese, and I did not have any cheese in my refrigerator. So I couldn't have a grilled ham and cheese yesterday because I don't got no cheese. Well, I still ain't got no cheese today. So I was texting the grocery store guy with like, yo, I'm hungry and there's nothing in this house to eat. And then, so he brought me home Chinese. So I got leftover Chinese. That's what I'm having for lunch. What y'all having for lunch? So you want experienced medical professionals have multiple experiences outside? Yes, be well-rounded people. Ish. Have more than one trick in your sleeve. Up your sleeve. Cat food? Why would you have cat food for lunch? No. My son dog sat for me and left his cat food in the fridge. Deborah, what are you talking about, ma'am? A chicken quesadilla. I like chicken quesadillas. Hubby shops at Publix for fun stuff, and then I shop online. I was doing online shopping, and that was making him mad. He didn't like what the shoppers picked out for us. And so I'm not going grocery shopping. I'm not doing it. So I can do online shopping. If you want me to handle it, that's what I'm doing, is online shopping. And if you don't want me online shopping, then you got to do it. And so that's where he's at right now, is he would rather do the grocery shopping than to have me order online. And then because I keep preaching and telling him about have backup that we shouldn't, because all of us around here only eat like 3 things, and I feel like we should never ever 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 run out of like the 3 things that all of us eat. Like my kids pretty much only eat peanut butter and chicken nuggets and french fries. So I feel like we should have a stockpile of peanut butter, chicken nuggets, and french fries. That's how I feel about it. If we have the means and abilities, which we do at the moment. We haven't always had the means and abilities to have stockpile of things, which is probably why I feel like stockpiling now, is because I remember living life when I didn't have it, and I don't want my kids to have to live life without it. So I don't think we should run out of cheese, and I don't think we should run out of peanut butter, and I don't think we should run out of Dino Nuggets. So every time we do, I have to text them and be like, why have we ran out of these things? Why? Because you was just at the grocery store on Saturday. He goes every Saturday. Why can't we buy enough to at least get us Saturday to Saturday? And then I also tried to bring it up, like, well, what happens if you can't go one Saturday? What if there's a storm, or what if they out? Because that's the story. Sometimes is the store is out. Well, it shouldn't affect us if the store is out if we already have 5 of them in the pantry. If we already have 5 of them in the pantry, and you missed one Saturday, or the store was out this Saturday, then we still gonna have 3 by the time you get back to the store. But our brains don't work the same on that, apparently. Apparently, our brains just don't work the same on that. Oh, Chinese food equals cat food. That's what my mama says. My mama says she doesn't eat Chinese food because it's cat food. I like to pick up at Walmart. They wouldn't let me update my card, so now I have to go inside. Why wouldn't they let you update your card? Call the 800 number. Tell them fix it. Deb's going to traumatize her girl. I grew up eating PB&J, the good stuff. So much grape jelly, my teeth turn gray. What? Maybe that's excessive grape jelly. I mean, also, it's because you don't got any nutrients. My children don't got no nutrients, because I'm telling you, peanut butter, not even jelly, just peanut butter, and Dino Nuggets. And I know Dino Nuggets are trash, y'all. Trash. Like, whatever the worst type of chicken you could put in a chicken nugget is probably Dino Nuggets. So I know it's not the healthiest. I know. And French fries. That's why I pay entirely too much money for supplements, for them to get some supplements. Which I also know that it's not the best. Your body optimizes the nutrition when it's bought from healthy organic foods, but they won't eat it. So it's either let them starve or let them eat Dino Nuggets and give them supplements. That's where my choices are. I'm doing the best I can with the resources and stubborn heads available to me. Good protein in the peanut butter. We didn't always have peanut butter when I was a kid because my mom doesn't like it. But we always had potatoes. For some reason, we always had potatoes and ketchup. We always had potatoes and ketchup. We didn't always have bread. But more often than not, we did have bread. We did always have sweet tea because she drinks the tar out of sweet tea. We always had sweet tea. But I didn't drink tea. And even if I did drink tea, I wouldn't have been allowed to drink tea because I was a kid and it was for the adults. So I was only allowed water. And every now and then I'd get Kool-Aid. Every now and then. But if they went on disappearing treks where nobody knew where they was for days, or they, didn't work forever, or they spent all their money on drugs instead of buying groceries, or, whatever the situation was that we didn't have any groceries, we at least usually always have potatoes and ketchup. So I learned young how to make mashed potatoes and fried potatoes. We didn't have an air fryer back then either. I brought out the pan with the oil, but I had to go next door and borrow oil from the neighbor. And I eat ketchup sandwiches. We'd only have bread and ketchup sometimes. Sometimes we would have bologna, but I don't like bologna. And so I would eat a ketchup sandwich over a bologna sandwich because I don't like bologna. I had to go ask the neighbor sometimes for bread. Sometimes we didn't have no bread. And sometimes I had to go ask the neighbor for a cup of oil so I could make me some French fries. They weren't really French fries. I just cut the taters up in like little circles or little cubes. and fried them. But I just called them French fries anyway. Fried fries, fried potatoes, fried taters. That's what I called them, fried taters. That's what I called them. It's high in calories. Have you tried chicken patties? The Tyson ones got my son to eat. Yep, we do have some chicken patties. I think one of them will eat them and one of them won't. Like they both ate them for a little while and then the switch flipped, and then now we have one that will eat them sometimes and one that won't. And waffles. The boy one eats Eggo waffles. Eggo waffles. I bought a fancy waffle maker and I bought protein powder to add to the waffles. And I even got chocolate chips because I thought maybe I could bribe him if I let him put chocolate chips in the fancy protein waffles in the fancy waffle maker. Because some people say that for picky eaters, they won't eat it. But if you make them, or if they get to, cook it themselves, they're more likely to try different things. And so I tried that, and that's not true for my kid. It's not true for my kid. It might be true for somebody's kid. It's not true for mine. So now I have this big old huge $79.99 jug of fancy protein powder that you could add to your fancy waffle mix for your fancy waffle iron that is just sitting in the pantry wasting away. Because he won't eat it. It doesn't taste, even with the chocolate chips in it. I even tried to bribe him with the chocolate chips. Nope. He wants Eggo waffles. Guess what Zippy did? What did Zippy do? Prop mine with $1. So mine are expensive. Mine done got expensive. They want $10 for things now. I used to bribe them with M&Ms to try a bite of something. And then like now, I mean, I like chores or jobs, or because they are into earning money right now. They're teenagers now and they want to earn money for stuff. So I'm like, I got a job. And in my mind, I'm paying a job. I'm paying like $2, maybe $3 for this little old bitty job. And like, no, they want $10. I'm like, no, I'm not paying you $10 for that. Like there's people with real jobs that don't even get paid $10 an hour for 5 minutes of work. My daughter's gotten a little bit better. I can pay her $2 to make me a grilled ham and cheese, but my son absolutely will not. He wants $10. But there was a while that she refused to make my grilled ham and cheese for $2. She wanted more money too. But then I held out and I was like, I'm not paying you more money. And so you can have $2 or you can have no dollars. And if you do it a couple days in a row, you might end up with like $6 or $8. So she has caved a little bit and will do some jobs for a couple dollars. He will not. He wants $10 is his bare minimum. Some things he wants $20 for. But I did offer to pay him $20 to go pick up all the sticks in the yard so that the neighbor can cut the grass. He won't do that. It's too much work to go pick up all the sticks for $20. Zippy used the pencils and the watery brushes. Fancy, fancy, Zippy. Fancy, fancy. Keeks a 6 and in love with money because he can count now. That's cute. He said he wants a Scrooge McDuck swimming pool of money. I remember Scrooge McDuck. Wait, what I miss? Oh, Weston hit his 2 years. Congratulations. My son never cared about money. My son, I don't think he completely understands the whole process of money. Like he understands that he can't buy his plushies and his toys without money. but I don't know if he fully understands that you have to work to earn money. Like, I think he just thinks money appears out of nowhere or from grandma's. And then he has no concept of like, you need money for food. You need money for a power bill. Like, I don't think he grasps that. He only cares that he needs money to buy toys. And he has no concept either of like the quality of some things. Like, if he wants a stuffy that's $50, like, he just wants it. It doesn't matter if it was, you know, a trashy, it's not even worth $2 quality. He doesn't have any real concept of that either. He just knows he wants it. And so I don't think he completely understands like the value of a $50 item versus a $2 item. He just wants it. Like, it doesn't have to be a good deal or a good quality or a good. Do you cut out those cats and dogs by hand? I did. I fussy cutted them cats and dogs. I did. Mine wanted money without the work. Yes, he just wants the money without the work. Yep. Not here, Sandy. You're freezing. Oh, freezing. The internet is freezing. It says I got 5 bands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says I got 5 bands. $20 is getting a harder job. Exactly. Do I remember when Cosby helped Theo learn? No, I don't remember. I know what you're talking about. I get the reference to Cosby and Theo, but I don't remember that specific episode. You got to be willing to suck at something new. That's how you get better. $2 is too much to pay for a sandwich. A grilled ham and cheese sandwich on the panini maker. She got to plug the panini maker in, and then she's got to get the bread and the cheese out, and she doesn't like touching the ham. So she does all kind of things to get around touching the ham, and makes all kind of faces and noises and all kind of stuff to get the ham to, stack it up on the panini maker and close the little lid and wait 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Yeah, it's a less than 5-minute job for sure. It's probably a 4-minute job. And that is leaving it in the hot machine for 2 minutes and waiting for the hot machine to heat up. And she gets $2. I can suck, but it's still fun. There's that too. You're doing it because I said. Yeah, I try not to do too many because I said. There's a few because I said, but for the most part, I try not to because I said. And I try to do a lot of like natural consequences. Like, you don't want to do the job, then you don't get the money. Like, if you don't get the money, then you don't get to buy the toy. And there are, and I also don't pay them. Like, there's house chores that they just have to do because we all live in the house, and they don't get paid for those. And then I offered, so it's different. Chores are different than jobs in my house. So a job is something I wouldn't necessarily expect them to do, like make me lunch. So they don't get paid for making their own lunch, but they'll get paid for making me lunch. And they don't get paid for cleaning their bathroom or their room. And they do have to empty the dishwasher. I don't pay them for that. And take out the trash. Like, take the can from the house down to the street. Okay, so how many did I need? I didn't forgot. I got 1, 2, I got 2, 4, 6. I got 8. So I got 10 total. That might get me through this month. Is that gonna get me through this month? So my back is hurting, y'all. My back is hurting. So I need to go lay down. I need to lay down. And I need to get me lunch probably. And take my afternoon nap. I'm gonna be here for a minute while I try to clean up just a little bit, but we can start saying bye. Gage will get me a drink or fix me a TV dinner. That's very kind of Gage. Chloe will grab me a water sometimes. Caleb will grab me a water sometimes. What Caleb tends to do is if he's getting himself something and he's not sure if I would let him have it, he'll ask if I want one too. So like if he wants to have some ice cream and he's not sure if it's appropriate for him to have, we have very clear rules about when dessert is okay. He will come and say, do you want some ice cream? And then if I say yes, then I'll be, yeah, thank you. You're going to make me some ice cream? Then he'll be like, I'm going to make me some too. Now, if I don't say nothing, he'll still just keep standing there and stare at me, waiting on me to say that that's okay. So that's what he'll do whenever he's, getting something for me. I'm going to make me, or do you want some chocolate milk? And then I'll be like, yeah, sure, thank you. And then he'll be like, I'm going to make me some too. That's when he'll do things for me. Clean up after themselves. Hope to catch you again sometimes. Well, thank you, Cakes. I appreciate you hanging out with us too. Oh, I'm usually live every Monday at 10 Central Standard Time. And then any other time I pop on, I'm just popping on. I don't have a plan. Sometimes you find, so Monday, the 4th, let me look at my calendar. Next Monday, the 4th, I will be on Scrappy Girl Dana's channel. We will be doing Tandem 10 with Create with Becca and Beth Schuler. So in the morning on Monday at 10, I'll be here on my channel. And then in the afternoon/evening at like 5:30, we'll be on Dana's channel. And I hang out at the Ginger Cat Lady's channel super early in the morning sometimes at like 5, 6, 7 in the morning Central Time. That's what I did this morning. This morning I got up and I was hanging out with Pam, and then when Pam was ready to go to bed, some of my crafty friends in chat was like, you go live, Michelle, let's keep hanging out. And I had stuff to do. So sure, why not? Keeks and Lynn is going to have their crafty date on Saturday. Dang, I was a cheapskate. Mine didn't get an allowance nor money for jobs. Cheapskate. Yeah, they don't get an allowance. Well, they get an allowance from their grandmother. They don't get an allowance from me. And then I offer jobs. And sometimes I'm like hunting for jobs. Like if I know they got Comic-Con coming up or something, I'll try to find jobs. But like I said, like I offered him to go pick up all the sticks for $20 and he was like, nope. And I'm like, okay, then no, fine. You don't get $20 to go to Comic-Con then. And I don't pay them to fold our towels and washcloths, but Granny pays them to fold her towels and washcloths. And I don't pay them to take our trash can out, but Granny pays them to take her trash can out, which I think that they should just do as good grandchildren. But she hunts for ways to give them money too. Okay. All right, so I got my fussy cuts up. I got this to go in the basket on the shelf. Okay, I think I've done about as cleaning up as I'm going to do. Got everything that goes in this basket in the basket. And I don't have a place. There it is. I don't have a place to put the basket. And I have all my fussy cutting stuff up. All right, thank you. Oh, this goes in the basket. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you for hanging out with me today and help me be productive. Have a good lunch. Have a good afternoon nap. I will see you around YouTube town. Thumbs up and hit subscribe if you don't mind. When I reach 500, I'm giving away a journal. Look, you're supposed to be right there, Jelly. You at 400. Yep. When I get to 500, I'm giving away a journal. Okay. See y'all around YouTube town. Adios. Laters, taters. Appreciate you.